All right, there we go. I'll do the Bombay doors. Bombay doors, Hal. Not the Bombay doors. Not the Bombay doors, Hal. How about the Mech Bay door opening sequence? Here we go.
Warning. Bay doors.
Wow, that's not good.
Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Stream will begin shortly.
That's bad. It didn't drop any frames, it says, but huh. My GTX is running full on, so that's a little weird. I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of odd. Well, maybe I'll have to restart. We'll see. Let's see, I need this. Copy. Let's go over to Frog and a Pickle. Am I a moderator? Rural pronouns. Where do I need to go? Announcements. I guess I'll just put it as a personal message. I'm waiting for someone to come in. If you guys are here on the stream, I'm waiting for someone to come in and drop with me, so I'm not dropping alone in this game. Deep Rock Galactic. All right, let's see what we got here. Back into Ghost Slants. Stream's going, waiting for Drax at least, or Mittens, or Valen. I guess I'm just going to hang out here for a minute until we get some people. Okay. And hey, Joe Creek, howdy. Pillbot, welcome. Yeah, I'm doing Mechwarrior 5 on Mondays typically. Waiting for Drax to show up, or Valen, or anybody else who normally drops with me. Because I don't go out on my own, because I'm too young and inexperienced to take on mech lances all by my own. I don't play it very often, so they kind of keep me in line. I have no idea what I'm doing typically in it. I am going to go check and see, however, if any of them are actually coming. Dum. Are you coming? MW5 fun. Doop doop boop doop doo doo doo. I think Hellbringer might come in too. I don't know. Miss BNR, I hope you're doing well. Hope you got some sleep lately. Oh, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Uh-oh. I hear something. Drax, I hope that's you and not me having troubles there. I don't know why my GPU is at 99%. That's kind of weird. It normally is not for this sort of thing. I wonder if I need to restart. I'm going to find out right away as soon as we drop on something.
That'd be better.
Oh, now it's better. Howdy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Did you?
What's my thing called?
Did you want my autograph?
Sorry?
Did you want my autograph? Now that I'm famous.
That's great. Hang on, let me just fix up my sound. Bring it up a bit, my gain. No, I know what your autograph, but I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome.
It was fun. I'm just happy they didn't cut me, right?
But this was a while. You recorded this a while ago, didn't you?
Months and months. I didn't know if they were gonna use it or not. And I mean, he said they were. They said it was great, but then he said it'd be a few months before they got it out. But it's been 5 months or 6 months, because I know they were kind of, it's a team of people all volunteering their time, so they're kind of spread out to get it done. And I really feel like they leveled up the CGI on it compared to the first episode also. It seems like it's improved noticeably since then. Well,
they're probably just feeling like got more time, or they feel like it's worth the effort.
Maybe they just, they weren't building everything from scratch, so they could spend more time polishing and embellishing instead of, well, we got it done, we got it out finally, right?
Okay. let's hide the pocketbooks. Let's keep Drax out of money.
Lock the vault.
Hey, Valen. Hey, Valen. Now, listen, I need to go make myself a cup of tea before we begin, but I'm in game, ready to
let
join.
me give you
I just
an invite here.
I need like a couple of minutes just to
let
make
me
a cup of
get you an
tea.
invite. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready too.
I'm kind of not sort of enthused about Mechwarrior Online at the moment, guys. I'm just I'm not ready.
Well, I had to turn off all my mods to join this game. Darn it.
Mechwarrior 5, I'm happy with.
What's your problem with Mechwarrior Online?
I'm not enthused by just
The new
the
pack.
way the game's going at the moment, and maybe I just need to take a break from it for a bit.
Well, and
I don't know.
I remember this is how I watch sci-fi movies: is I have low expectations. That way, I'm generally pleasantly surprised. Don't expect it to be anything more than it is, and you've had lots of fun with it. So enjoy it for what it is. And if they give us new maps that are based on old maps from Faction Play, at least we get those, right? It's not a game in development actively, so beggars can't be choosers. Anything we get, if we get 4 new maps to play on this year, I think that's pretty cool.
I just don't think I'll be playing it as much as all I'm
fine.
saying for the time being.
That's okay, because I thrive on rejection,
Anyway, I'm
so
gonna
I'll
make
be
myself a
okay.
cup of tea.
I'll cry, and it's going to be hard emotionally, and I'll probably have to
I'm
get
enjoying
counseling
playing
and
Mechwarrior
stuff.
5
I'm going to have to get a lot of
and
counseling.
running up my
Of
bill.
course, the counselor that I would go
massively.
to is leaving, so I don't have anybody to turn to.
Phelan, just look at the bank account right now, 51 mil, and that was because of me.
Nope.
What I'm looking at is my stalker that got played with.
And
Or this
destroyed.
is
No, I
somebody
didn't-
else's
didn't.
That
stalker.
wasn't because of you, Drax. That
No,
was
no.
because of all the mechs that you had me sell that we had earned before you.
Is my okay? So do we still have the other stalker?
No,
the
they made me
4M?
get rid of it because it was trash.
No.
Okay, let's.
No, look at the recording. Look at the recording. I did not say to sell it
Somebody did.
because I knew it was someone's mech. It was a misery. I said it's a hero. You don't sell that. So it wasn't. If it's sold, and I'm not
I don't
sure
know
it
if
has
it's
been,
sold.
it has got nothing to do with me.
No,
I think
the
what happened is. I think what happened is.
4M is not a hero mech. It's the non-hero variant.
Oh, maybe they get sold then. So what happened is someone was playing your Stalker, didn't like it, and wanted to swap in their old Stalker because they used to play with or something. I can't remember who it was. And then they were enjoying that. And then to make room, I think they put it in the cold storage. But I have no idea if it got sold. No idea. Anyway, I'm going to make a cup of tea. So yeah.
All right, Hellbringer, are you going to come over? So, 51 mil was me, he said, after you had him sell everyone else's mechs. Yeah. Yeah, it was a little painful.
This is super painful because I really liked that stalker.
Can we get it again? It was a hero mech?
You'd have to find it. No, that's the thing. It's the non-hero variant.
Well, we'll find it. We'll get it. Just got to chime out when you see it. I'll check around and stuff.
Well, yeah, I can't see the markets. That's the problem. You're not using any mods, right?
No.
Right, Dark?
No.
Yeah.
Can you use mods if you do co-op?
Yeah,
long as
you can use
mods.
mods.
People have
It
them.
just
I could get them.
as long as everybody else has the same
I think
mod.
when I first put some mods on, they didn't work, and so I pulled everything off. So I don't mind. If I put mods on, would it mess up anybody who doesn't have them?
So they just have to have them. That's literally all it is. They would just have to have those mods.
So if you make a list of mods that we should probably have, I'm happy to put those on. We just all have to put them on then.
So I can tell you right now, they're all searchable in the mod list for Steam. They're called Yet Another Mech Lab mod.
I'm not on Steam
Yet
for this
another-
though.
No, yes, for this on Steam for this game.
But I don't launch the game through Steam. I launch it through the Epic Game Launcher.
Okay, so then your process will be a little more involved. You'll actually have to go to the mod site and download them, but it's still the same names. It's Yet Another Mech Lab mod, Yet Another Weapon mod, and I think those are the two primaries. I know there's a third one, and I'm blanking on what it's called. But yeah. Yeah, because somebody swapped in this stalker, and I don't know.
All right. Hellbringer, I appreciate you standing at the ready with the heavy finger of banning power. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. 2 out of my 4 Mechwarrior online games dropped connection, so I guess I'm watching Twitch instead. Well, Joe Creek, welcome to what is sure to be yet another disappointment.
I don't know.
I can promise.
Why you don't have any?
I don't have any.
You don't have any ammo.
I don't know why. Seems like that'd be something I would want. It feels like...
Yeah, you've got 34...
Who's this guy? He's not...
LRM.
He doesn't have a name. Is that you?
Probably.
Drax?
Yeah, you've got 34 LRM ammo. You've got no extra AC-20 ammo.
Drax is just getting tea, so he doesn't show up down in the mech lab for some reason.
Because he hasn't joined yet.
Oh.
Are we at or near an industrial hub?
Here's a stalker. It's just not the one you want, huh? But it's got a great paint job.
Yeah, that's the hero. That's the M.
There's my Marauder. They're welding something back on there. That's nice of them.
Probably the arms. You don't happen to have anything in cold storage? Did you sell everything out of cold storage?
We sold a lot of stuff out of cold storage.
Can you pull that up on stream so I can kind of see what's there? Thank you, sir.
Mech Market, probably, or Battle Mechs.
No, Battle
storage.
Mechs.
Okay.
Go to Battle Mechs real fast.
There's not a lot in there anymore.
I know.
There's
a
a Stalker 4N. Is that what you're looking for?
That's okay. Yes. Pull that one out. That's the one I'm looking for.
Okay.
So
It's
Valen's
gonna
happy.
need a little repair.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is Valen happy? Is he?
Oh,
I'm happier because my mech didn't get sold.
He's
Drax.
got a
No, I don't. No, I wouldn't have sold it, man, because it would have been a healthy mech. I said, don't sell anything healthy.
It was not healthy.
Don't sell any heroes, and don't sell any heroes.
Yeah.
But that being said, you could probably put some of those catapults away, and that spider. I don't think we need the spider.
Take them out of our rotation.
Well, let's see. I like.
There's a J and a K2. The K2 has 2 PPCs and 2 medium lasers and 2 machine guns, and the other one.
I would keep the Jester. I'd keep the Jester.
The Jester has PPCs, small lasers, 4 small lasers, and
It's got
AMS.
AMS. Yeah, I'd get rid of the K2. I mean, I wouldn't get rid of it, but
Yeah.
just put it in cold storage and put the spider in cold storage.
Sounds like you're.
I also don't think. Oh, what else? Actually, I don't know what size missions we're doing. So that'll be all I'm going to say about it. So Valen's happy. His mech didn't get sold. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's missing an arm and a leg and stuff like that. Half a torso.
I had this whole whilst I was making my tea, Dark. I had this whole story ready just in case it had been sold.
Smart. You're a smart guy.
Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear it? Fuck?
Yeah, I definitely want to hear it.
What excuse can you think of?
Well, Dark realised I was so tragically in debt that he decided that he wanted, because of my performance last game, he wanted to, help me alleviate some of that debt. So he said, you know what, we'll start selling some of these mechs to pay off your debt. And he's asked me for suggestions, and I thought, well, the Stalkers are the biggest mech we've got here, and it's probably worth a lot. We may as well get rid of that too.
I can just almost imagine myself saying, let's sell off my inventory to pay for your debt. That just totally makes sense.
That's what you do, though. You buy me presents on your birthday. It's
true.
Fabulous.
It's true. And you were thinking of it for me.
I buy me
you.
presents on your birthday. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's totally true.
No.
All right.
Drax.
Do we have a fourth person coming? I don't know if anybody else is coming or not. So I guess we could go ahead and drop.
Well, Hellbringer's got the game.
Hellbringer's just hanging out with the Banhammer. He's not going to play tonight.
Oh, he's okay. All right. What's the ban hammer?
He's ready to ban people if need be. He's excited about that.
Ooh.
I'm not. That
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
Yeah. So if any of you guys watching the stream want to drop with us, we have a slot open and you could come grab it right now. Joe Creek or Pillbot.
You've got your stream as Mechwarrior Online.
Oh, I should change that, shouldn't I? You're right.
I don't care. It just doesn't worry me.
I know this could be a huge, draw though. If people know I'm playing Mechwarrior 5, they might just come flooding in.
The two people who watch Mechwarrior 5 might actually come.
Might show up. Yeah. Well, now they know there's like a movie star, streaming. That always helps. I called my kids today and I asked them if they wanted my autograph yet. And they were like, "What?"
Don't let it go to your head like every other movie star. Hey,
Right. Well, I won't yet.
So what's the YouTube Video Awards? There's not the Logies, the Oscars,
the Tubies,
the Dallies. I don't know what they're called.
It's probably the Tubies. Down the Tubies.
Yeah.
Maybe next Monday. That's fine.
Do you think you have to dress down for that ceremony?
I hope not.
So those are the two mods that I use, and I know Hellbringer uses. They're yet another mech lab and yet another weapon mods.
Do you have?
Are we going to use them?
We could. Can I get them now, or do I have to restart if I do?
Well, I haven't.
You'd have to restart. You'd have to restart.
So next week. Let's do it next week then.
Do we all have to have them in order for them to work for everybody?
Well,
yes.
For them to work for you.
Yeah, for them to work for you. Because what they do is the yet another mech lab mod puts a lot more into the mech, so you then are able to swap engines. You can swap armor style. So if you want Fiberphilius and Endosteel instead of the standards, you can swap all that in.
You don't really need any of that stuff, though, do you? I mean, I've played the game successfully through many times.
Oh yeah, absolutely, you can.
What you get another weapon? Is that
it
different?
adds a whole bunch of weapons to the game.
Oh, okay. See, that would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. So I suppose you need the first one in order to play with the weight more for the second one.
Yeah, because it does modify the weight of the mechs. You get more weight back to put more in.
All right, I promise I will download these before next Monday's sitting.
Well,
I don't reckon I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Why is there like what are the stars? Is that the one I'm tracking, the demolition contract? We'll just do that first, I guess. That's out of range. I guess we're not.
You're going all the way back there? Okay, all right. So
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out where I wanted to go. This is clear across the universe, pretty much.
Do you remember how to do it?
Yeah, I remember how to go. I'm just trying to decide where I want to go. We had this as like 900,000. I think just finding something along the way might be eventful enough. Let's do that.
Okay. All right, Captain.
Scorched Earth contract, objective raid.
And if you do find flamers or machine guns, that'd be great.
Don't buy them.
You still want those, huh? How much time is that?
We don't have enough money for
is
that.
Mech going to take to repair?
Hey man, I'm debt free. What are you talking about?
Debt free, nothing.
Oh my god!
Look, when you were away, we fiddled with the books.
Yeah.
You can't fiddle with the books.
them up a little
They're
bit.
password protected. I don't even give it to Dark
I don't even have
Marauder
books.
because I know he'll fiddle.
Yeah, well,
I almost got you sacked last week as well, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. But HR wasn't here to approve it. So
yeah, he was trying to fire you, and then it's like, well, okay, we'll have to submit that to HR, and then Miss BNR was like, I don't think that's gonna fly.
she wasn't here, so there was no one to approve.
Oh,
or
that's right.
disapprove.
She wasn't here
See, HR's got my back.
by not being here.
Yeah, both of you were conveniently absent.
Took a vacation. She took hers. I took mine.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get some of this. Should I go for salvage? No, I don't need damage coverage.
Yeah.
So not that much anyway.
I want to empower you to make your own decisions.
Wow.
Dark.
That seems strange.
It is strange. He's up to something.
I know there's
to
got
watch
to be
him.
some nefarious alter plan going on here. Subversive
I feel
plan.
like this is some kind of passive anti-Semitism going on.
What?
He's
No.
He's the Jew. He's up to
If I
something.
was anti-Semitic, I would have.
I would never say such.
I
a
would have
thing
pulled
ever
out the
in my
secret
life.
Jewish space laser and aimed it right at you. But I'm not that kind of person.
Wow, we're overweight by a lot.
Just
hey.
a lot.
I'm not getting out of
And
the
we just got
stalker.
rid of
I'm getting out
the
of
smaller mechs that we needed to come in.
Yeah, but I can. No. There we go. So
Yeah, you just have to drop the awesome down.
yeah,
'Cause
just
we don't really need the awesome.
What do I have? What's my smallest? The 30, 15.
35 ton, 40.
That's taken already.
Maybe actually, you know what? Let's take 3 mechs. I'll go up. Let's take 3 mechs.
Yeah,
Get rid of that
we can
pilot.
We
can
have a
take three.
Deverish. We could bring that, but it's 54. I don't think that'd get us down anyway.
Get
fine.
rid of Miller.
No.
Get rid of Miller. Just get rid of the pilot, and we'll drop with 3 mechs.
Why don't I just
Yeah.
wait till you kill one off, that I wouldn't have to get rid of him?
Don't encourage him.
Well, there you go. He's given me permission for science. Let's go.
I wasn't encouraging it. Uh-oh. Bush
No,
still
no,
has
I-
injuries.
Drax. Your pilot's injured. Change your pilot.
Okay.
See, just can't take you anywhere.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
All right, go ahead and ready up so we can rotate the time.
So 3/4 of a year just went by just to do this one drop. I think that's kind of ridiculous.
For the stalker.
That's what happens when Drax puts stuff in cold storage. Broken.
I didn't put it in cold storage. I didn't even request it to go into cold storage.
He wasn't
It
even
was a
here
decision
when it
made by your
happened.
captain. I don't have the ability to put anything into cold storage or to buy and sell mechs. I can only give
Someone
advice.
asked
And I
me.
didn't
Because if you
Someone
if
asked
you
me to put it in
did-
cold storage.
You can listen to the recording. There's a recording of that whole day. You can listen to it.
Actually, that
I think
was
it's gonna be
wiped by
forged.
YouTube and Twitch. That recording doesn't exist any longer.
Oh, what a pity! Oh, what a pity that one.
I think the recording would have been forged anyways.
Right,
Drax.
right. You would have taken all the great voice over from my 2022 promo and from season or series number 2 of Hired Steel and chopped it all
You'll
together
hear
to make me
Splice it
appear
all
to say
together.
things.
So, Doc, are you sure you want to do that? Yes, I
Yes,
am.
I am Dark Marauder.
I am Dark Marauder. Yes, I
Are you sure?
agree to
Are you
do
really
that.
sure?
It is
Yes.
my decision
More
and
of the same.
Alone.
Oh Lord, ready up, Drax.
I didn't have ready up. Oh,
I
sorry.
don't know. It's hard to understand ourselves
There you go.
sometimes.
Well, we're still under 45 minutes dropping, so that's pretty good.
I know, and I was
Yeah, but I want to get it down to like 15,
I was waiting.
maybe
We got it
For
to
quite a while
5. We
before
got it
anybody
last time
showed
we
up.
played. We got it to 5 minutes. Almost
Yeah.
every drop was done in 5 minutes, Fallon. It was
When was that? Who?
sorry.
Where?
Last time we
Oh,
were
that was an
playing.
accident. Don't get used to that.
Now I've got to redo all my groups.
It's a hard
That's a
life.
red mech.
Where do you want to go, Captain?
Oh,
Which direction
Let's
we
go
wanna
this way.
Off the... Okay.
I guess we have to kind of go that way. Can we get? How do we get there? From this map, we have to go around all this junk, don't we?
we have to go. Yeah, we have to go around. We have to go straight the way that we're going. Dark this way.
Oh
This way.
wait, why is that better than going through the middle?
Because there's no hole in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't. I was just looking at the big map. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. This is a long jaunt just to get some targets.
Yep.
If you had jump jet mechs, it wouldn't be so bad. But we went with a heavy drop, which is good.
Complete objectives. Here's one right here.
Press A, pick it up.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Oh,
Package acquired.
Package acquired. What are you shooting at?
Walk on up to the
Turret?
treasure to pick it up.
Oh, another treasure.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Uh-oh.
Coming
Yep,
in.
choppers.
Brilliant. Payload acquired.
Target destroyed.
Got the choppers.
Nice hit.
New target.
Almost his legs.
Target
Nice kill.
Okay.
You.
I do 3. I'm just going straight again.
Yeah, we're around this next.
We got a mech behind us. Do we care about him?
Yeah, let me get him. I'll get him.
Okay.
If I give instructions to the friendly mechs, will
AIs.
they listen to me?
Yes.
Only your AIs.
But only my one AI,
The
right?
green one. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I want...
I don't think the blue one's listening.
Oh, I can
to it.
turn here. I went
No.
going past the way to go here.
Actually, you don't have any AI mech. Just
Oh,
the
there's
3
just
of us.
the 3 of us. I can't give orders to anybody because I know you guys won't listen to anything I say. So I'm kind of out of luck. A captain with no
No,
crew.
we'll listen.
Yeah, you'll listen. That's
We'll-
true.
we'll
That's true.
Listen, and then we'll realize it's bad
I didn't
advice and move
mean to
on.
make it out like you weren't going to listen. I
Yeah,
disparaged
yeah,
you unfairly. I find you're all very good at listening.
I mean,
It's the doing part,
Some
the
extent.
obeying part that just is lacking a full expression.
Again, mostly Drax, but
Target acquired.
that whole Drax don't cost us so much money. What are you going in there for?
I'm going to get that guy's shoulder.
Well, I totally missed him if that helps. I got a chopper, I'll get him.
Yeah, it's got, we've got an Irby to back there as well.
Target destroyed.
I'm gonna get out in the open so I can hit him.
Oh, that
Critical.
blast came off him.
Incoming.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Choppers?
Target down.
There he is.
I'm doing your
Those might be ours.
No.
Yeah, the blue
Oh,
ones
did
are
I shoot
ours.
one of ours?
Yes.
Yes!
I didn't notice the blue thing until I looked up higher, and he was already.
I'm concerned you are, in fact, colorblind.
No, I didn't see
Okay,
any cheetah
Dark.
over him at
So
all.
if it's red,
Because he was at
kill
the
it.
top
If
of
it's
my
red, kill it.
screen at first. Then I fired, and then I
Dark.
saw the cheetah.
If it's flying, don't shoot at it. We'll
No, I'm fine shooting down bad guys.
If it's red, kill it. If
Yeah.
it's not, don't.
Well, no. Okay, so the reason I say that is because I have a higher view ability to view than the Marauder does.
Oh, I just didn't.
I mean, yeah.
I wasn't really aware that we have that type
Mistakes
of
made.
helicopter. That was one of those big guys. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
seen
it was
those
an
on
eagle,
our,
and it was a light blue
on our
one,
side.
which mean it's an ally. Which light blue means it's an ally.
I get that. I know that. I just didn't see the color until after I'd shot him down.
Yeah.
It's it's the fog of war, and I'm just a little foggy.
You are the Magoo and the hero of the
The
Innosphere.
Magoo, the Mechwarrior of the Inner Sphere. I'm the goo that,
I'm the
goo
most
that holds
expensive
things
pilot.
together.
This is why you probably hired the most expensive pilot on the Innosphere.
Anything for more PR.
And why you need to hire the accountant of the Innosphere. And to keep our ragtag bunch together, we've got Miss B in HR.
Who won't let us fire ourselves.
Oh, we can't. Can we drop down? I mean, I'm just going to drop down. I don't know if you guys can do it, though.
Other than the pain to my legs, it'd be fine.
I want to say we can because I think the hill slopes away from us.
Can't we go slowly?
I hope so.
Uh-oh, this looks treacherous. And all these little pointy rocks, I can hurt, get one stuck between my feet, my toes, my little mech toes.
Oh, it's
Dark.
What?
Dark. You're piloting an 80-ton heavy. I'm pretty sure anything between your toes will just squish.
That looks like it's a long ways down. It'll ruin your legs.
No, it's actually okay. You've just got to go to the left and walk left down the mountain. Like you'll see like a cliff
It's
face
straight
on the left-hand
down.
side from where Valen is.
Oh, go over there, you
No,
mean?
walk
Yeah.
left. Yeah, walk. Well, you're doing right now. But okay. Oh no, so I meant right. My bad. I'm so bad at directions. I meant right down the mountain.
I'm trying to kill you.
Yeah, sure, maybe. I've actually only that first one. Oh, okay. We just need to go there.
I can't get
Okay.
down here probably at all safely.
It's only a minor bit of leg damage. It's nothing.
Okay. Yep, there. All my legs are red now. All 2 of my legs.
They're red?
Yeah.
Really?
One is. Yeah.
0 damage on the way down.
How much armor do you have in your legs?
Not as much as I used to.
Such is life.
Hey, you know, jumping off a cliff, it's not the speed that kills you, it's the impact at the end.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm excited. I get another week, and then my 3D print gets here.
A 3D of a mech?
Uh-huh.
Was it a Marauder? What'd you get?
Mad.
I've got an Irby lit up if you're your LRMs, by the way.
It's too far to my range. Mad Cat Mark II, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost? Quite a bit.
It was $100 for the entire print and shipping.
Does it have articulating parts?
It does.
I'm a little jealous. I dare not spend that much money on something like that, but if I dared, I would.
It's actually about 12 inches tall.
I know,
too.
it sounds great.
Is he dead?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Well done.
He's not dead. He's angry.
He's,
We don't need to be here. We need to go back down to that yellow one where we started, where we spawned.
oh, we got a ways to go down there. Which way am I going?
Mhm.
There we go, this way.
Not too far. Yeah, we want to pitch left.
There's a big rock in my way.
We'll go around the rock.
Got to find a way around the rock.
Pitch.
If only you were in a
It's
3-story mechanical device that could, you know, do something about that.
Could move around a rock.
Oh, watch out. Watch out, Dark. I don't want to hit you.
What? What are you hitting me for?
Well, I'm trying to get a bead on that helicopter.
Oh, I got it down.
Okay, killed it.
Okay.
Firing okay with PPCs today. I don't always. I have a hit and miss love-hate relationship with PPCs. Because you got to lead your shot sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not always very good with it.
And of course, it's a different lead at different distances and speed of the target and everything. It's all. When I got
all
good
relative.
at PPCs, I was pretty good for a while, and then I didn't play them for a long time, and now it's like, oops.
For me, it's a weapon group I have to warm up to, just to get those leading shots right. They've got a Terran over there. Nice.
Did we lose one of our escort mechs?
Well, we lost
No.
an equal, and it's the strangest thing, you know, one moment he was there, and then the next minute he was not.
What's shooting at you there?
Tanks.
I don't see them here.
Around the corner. It's a big one too. Oh,
It's like lightning bolts coming down here too. So we have to destroy this place? Destroy command center, yeah.
I think that's done now. Alright, so yeah, destroy command center. We're good. I haven't exactly walked out of here unwounded, but I'm not badly damaged.
Would that be by Valen's accounting or your accounting?
Oh, Valen will see the score at the end and make a decision.
Oh, cool. I blew stuff out the windows that time.
Now we have to walk back up.
Quickly as you can, Commander.
Quickly as we can.
Oh, we've got a dropship.
Additional forces
Right on us.
deployed
We got
near you.
bad guys. Can we get out of here?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, because they're right on top of me.
Yeah.
I'm on the rifleman.
2?
I need to come help you guys, it looks like.
Yes, that's the idea of being in a
Well,
team.
I thought we were going to try to bug out, but we're not really going to be able to do that.
Rothman's almost dead.
Target destroyed.
Did we get the light? Was there a light on us?
No, yeah, there's a light, but it's over here.
I wonder what over here means.
Where I'm at, the triple dot heavy mech that's just kind of shut down for a second.
Oh, you have 3
That's
dots.
it.
Because I'm an assault.
Oh, there we go. What's that?
tank, I think.
Tank.
The pip indicator on your mini map shows 3 dots for assaults
He's behind us.
on the Dorito.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
I'm just going to head to the waypoint. You guys can take that, I think. It's almost dead.
New target locus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Target destroyed.
That wasn't too bad.
No. We lost a mech, though. We've only got 3 of us.
We didn't
We
lose.
lost an Igor too. We're just not sure how that happened.
We didn't. We did. Oh, did we lose one of the friendly mechs? I know
Yeah.
we lost an Igor, and I don't know how that happened. If only it didn't get in the way of our leader's lasers. That was the main problem. Needs to pilot better, I think. The Igor pilot. Certainly was doing the wrong thing.
This is quite a contraption here.
Cavalry is here, Commander. Prepare for mech extraction.
Do you like the Marauder in this game?
I do. I don't know if it's my favorite mech in it, but I like it okay. I think... I don't remember what the one was that I ran that I really kind of thought, oh, this is pretty nice.
Gauss is pretty nice.
I haven't been using Gauss. I should try that.
And UAC 5's like, oh, UAC 5's are glorious. Oh, there you go. You can get some Mechs now. Oh, wait. Is there
Yeah, I got 30.
machine gun? Probably no machine guns. Probably no flamers.
7.
No, the machine guns aren't worth it. The flamers 0 pips, so don't worry about it.
Is there anything here to get?
Nice damage. Well done.
Who?
Thank you.
You got the most damage and the least damage taken. God love him. That's a Luma mech for you.
That's an accountant.
It's an accountant for you.
Always in the back. We all got 3 mechs each. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oops,
Just
that
still
largely
costs
is
a bunch
too
of money
much.
though. But you know, can't win them all.
Only cost
At
you.
least it wasn't $1 million. It's only
It was
50,000.
Dark cost more. Dark was 54. I was 46. Thank you very much.
But his
Well,
particular play style is accounted for.
now we're doing fancy accounting work. I just feel like the books are against me. Somehow they just stuck.
His playstyle, as in he sucks, so we have a cushion of extra repair costs ready to go.
So
I
there's,
would-
a built-in,
I-
there's a built-in penalty for you.
So let's not put words in my mouth. I did not say that.
No,
that
you
was
did
not
not.
That was not my
Oh,
wording.
please enlighten us, Valen.
What you wanted
The
to
man
say.
with the gift of the gab.
We just
I
there's
can see
an
how
ex-
I can see how he got the accounting position, Dark.
Yeah,
He's talked himself into it.
he should be in
there is
marketing.
there's a particular buffer that must be assessed for the hero of the Sphere because he is a very big target on the battlefield and will be targeted by lots of enemies, if not all of the enemies, and incur more damage than the plebes and the peons, such as ourselves. Therefore,
Yeah.
he has a larger damage buffer. for
Makes
his
total
max.
sense now. Except
Exactly.
that I'm the one always running interference for him, and therefore copping all those extra things going towards him because I'm protecting him so well. But that's not accounted.
But that's part of what you're paid for. that's part of your job as the cannon fodder.
But you don't include costs into that. You just
No, I
include
do.
costs.
I do. You
But
have.
I'm still massively
You have a 75,000 damage buffer. You just continuously exceed that.
Well, my mama always told me to excel in everything I did.
Well, if that's the case, then you failed on the last one.
That's true.
Here's a
You
mission
didn't
made for
get
me.
any damage.
It's tip of the spear.
Oh Jesus!
We're in trouble. Listen, I just want to bow out of this one straight away because I know what's coming for me. So, Drax, your mech blew up and you killed your pilot. And that's another times 3 for talking sass.
I mean, I wasn't doing that before, but I can start doing that.
You
Sass
were. I've got
talking-
recordings.
Sass talking. Okay.
Recordings. I've got recordings.
I got.
Yeah. No, I would never put a multiplier on the money that you owe because you're talking smartass to me.
Put the javelin in the.
Hey, do you want
hunchback in
the
storage.
mission airstrike support? I can spend some money on that.
They're not worth it.
No.
Put the hunchback and the javelin into cold storage.
Well, I want them to be repaired first before we put them into cold storage.
Well, then I can't accept this mission until we get done with that, right?
No, you can't. Our mechs are fine.
We can use the
Our
arty
mechs are
strikes because I
already-
can't use it any other way.
The weather's really kicking up, Commander.
That's fine.
Your
We're
visibility will
25
be-
Our
tons
mechs
over.
are ready to go.
What are we doing?
We're 25 tons over. Should I get
Yeah, we
into
have to
something
reduce by
smaller?
20.
I'll go down. I'll go down.
Okay.
Do we need to keep a lighter mech?
Say, don't you want to
No,
use
I
the
guess
fire
we're
starter
okay.
anyways?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
If I can use it, I will. But like, if it doesn't, oh wow, we can't even get a fourth mech yet. Okay.
We've
Well, I'm
been
not going to go too
contracted
far
to
forward
destroy a number
because
of tactical objectives in enemy
Drax, did you?
territory.
I don't know if you checked out Jessica's
We're only
new
being
video
paid
or
for
if
the
you cared to or
elimination
not,
of
but
the target.
it's up.
So try not to stick around and tangle with the
is this the one with the spiders thing in it or something else?
Spiders? What?
You worked on one with a spider web in it. You had to delete. I checked that
Oh
out.
no, that was last month. This is a new one for this month. This one was
no, I
shot
have not checked that out.
indoors in our family room in one chair. The whole thing's in one chair. It's shocking.
I haven't. No, I haven't seen it.
I don't know that she. I don't expect necessarily that everybody here would like what she does, but some people do.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. It's not my genre of singing,
Right.
but I appreciate a good voice. I think your daughter's got a great voice.
She does a good job. We're working on a more medium tempo tune, but it's not done yet. And she kind of wants. She's not sure if she likes the lyrics, so we might rewrite the lyrics a little bit.
Once you've found a targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin
another
the
one?
recovery
Is there a targeted
procedure.
asset here? Are we supposed to destroy this stuff? Destroy all target locations. Is this a location that we
See
need
how
to
it's got
destroy?
nothing. See how it's got.
Oh, okay. I see what happened. Oh!
It's got nothing on it, so you don't have to.
Well, I want to destroy.
There's no
things.
yellow, no
I
red.
like
There's
destroying
nothing on
things.
it.
There is that.
We walked past the doorway, guys.
Oh, do we?
Got to backtrack a little.
Can we come all the way around?
Oh, we can go all the way up and do it that way.
Well, yeah, but it's closer right here. Now that you guys have walked down further, it's closer to you going down. But
It's closer for you, right? Is it for
yeah,
us?
this is closer for me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
It looks like it's about the same.
You're dead even, but you probably don't want to leave Valen by himself because he's an LRM mech.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
LRM with 4 mediums and 2 larges.
What if I go down there and I don't
he-
make the right turn and then I get lost and then you guys have to come find me?
That's normal.
Yeah, that's built into the accounting.
Oh, okay. Good. Good.
Yeah.
I'll just follow the path of broken things.
It's a good way to do it.
Was there something to pick up on this? These are nice biomes. I do like their maps. These would be nice maps to be playing Mechwarrior Online on.
Yeah, I think they've done a great job with the biomes. I'm appreciative of them. I just, wish they'd do the same thing for Mechwarrior Online.
Not quite in range on the Irby for you. Oh, you've about got him, don't you?
Yeah.
Target destroyed.
I'm almost caught up to you.
Don't like that we're using the B key.
For boldness. B for boldness.
I don't want to trigger the mix in the center, so I'll go this way. You guys okay back there?
So far.
Yep.
I'm just destroying nothing.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
Oh, turrets?
Keep critical.
Yes.
Keep critical.
Oh, you did get airstrikes. You got 2 airstrikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Did you just have so much currency or something?
I just had too much, and I couldn't spend it all on the things I wanted, so I had to do something. So we should use them. How do I use
for
the
sure.
airstrikes? I've never used an
H.
airstrike.
Look at a target and then press H.
Do I have to lock it up or just look at it?
No, just gotta
No.
point your cursor.
Stop shooting across my bow. God damn.
Did I hit you?
Oh, no, it's
Yeah.
getting close.
There you go.
If I zagged instead of zigged, yes, you would have.
Target destroyed.
You're not as fast as my lightning quick reflexes.
I wish I was.
All right, Dark, drop the airstrike on him.
Wow.
Scratch that target off the list. Hostile transport ship coming in. All target buildings have been destroyed, Commander. Good job. Getting you an evac now. Head to the marked location.
Oh boy.
Well, how do I do the... Did I just hit H again?
Guys, do you just want to head to the evac zone, or do you want to get these mechs?
Oh. Let's get them.
Alright.
Oh, you heard the boss.
I'm going to go for the bigger one. You've got a lighter one coming to you. I think it's this commander. I'm going to come up the hill.
I should have stayed up there, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
can
fine,
come
I'll
around
take
this
him.
way.
New target. Enforcer.
He's coming in towards me. Got his attention. He didn't like back shots for some reason. Ooh, look at that. Whoa! Epic! That's an epic death.
See him bounce off the ground?
Yes, he did like a jump and then a flip over and landed on his noggin. That's worth
Did
saving.
you do the final shot? Because I wasn't sure.
I don't know that I killed him. I was shooting him, but I don't know if that was the final shot. Thought you got it.
I guess we'll see it in a moment.
That was the best epic death I've seen, I think, in this game.
Yeah, nice. Alright, I'll run to evacuate.
Okay.
Wow.
Did you get to use the airstrikes or not?
Yep. I don't know if I got them to launch. I hit H, a little target thing came up, then I clicked. That didn't do anything, and then I clicked, double clicked. That didn't do anything. I hit H again. That didn't do anything. So I guess I didn't know how to do it.
Let's get you out of there.
Ah, it's left click and hold.
Stand by.
Oh.
You push H, it brings up the reticle, and then you push and hold the left click, and it'll fill the bar up
Okay. Golly.
at whatever you're looking
golly.
at.
Good thing our lives didn't depend
Well, I've
on,
never
it,
used
on my
it. There we go.
proficiency.
So, okay. Yeah, exactly.
Anything here you want?
They've got a 1-pip flamer. They've got a 1-pip
Is
flamer.
that good?
Well,
Better than what we've
it's much
gotten,
you can do,
right? There's some single heat sinks. I got a whole lot of points here for stuff we don't really need.
Drax, you
Yes.
disappointed me again.
What do you want? 5 damage taken's pretty good.
Thought you said you're supposed to go big or go home.
I didn't say that.
Your mom said to do it big, right?
She said excel in everything you do. That's all
See?
she said.
Go big or go home. Excel in what you do, sir.
Dark,
Excel
can
in
you
what
put that
do.
hunchback and the javelin in cold
Is that-
storage when you
yeah,
get a
I'm
chance?
trying to get.
He's got to finish
I'm
repairing.
trying to get stuff here. There's not enough. Here I went big on
Oh, they were
on
repairing. Oh, okay,
salvage,
sorry.
and there's nothing worth taking. I'm just trying to use up my salvage points any way I can.
Well, it's not a great mission. Like it's
Yeah.
not a campaign mission or anything like that. It's just a drop.
Okay, you want,
Yeah, and you're on the
you want
rim.
me to put what into cold storage? Battle Max.
So accelerate the time so that the javelin and the hunchy are fixed, and then cold store them.
All right. Back to Battle Max. Javelin. Cold storage, yes. And the hunchback, you said?
Yes.
All right. Did you want something else put in there? Something smaller, maybe, so we can have 4 people.
I don't think you've got very many good light mechs, to be honest.
So it's better just to have the 3 of us than.
Well, I think someone said sell some of them, and it wasn't me, earlier on in the game, and it was a bit of a pity. But then I don't think you got particularly
We
good
did
ones
sell
anyway,
some light mechs
so-
earlier before you were in a selling
Yeah.
frenzy.
It's all right. I don't think you got great ones, to be honest. I don't like. There was nothing that stood
Yeah.
out to me as excellent to keep, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But like, you've got a dervish and a quick draw that if we needed to have a display of 4, we could definitely.
Well, I'm
do
just
it,
thinking
because
if we do any multi missions, then we need stuff in the stable that's active and ready to go.
Yeah. But the thing is that you guys still want to drop in your like heavier mechs. You don't want to go down so far, so it means that we're probably only taking 3
Yeah.
instead of 4 mechs.
Yeah, that's fine.
For these drops. I don't mind. I don't care. I mean, we did it quite
Yeah.
competently anyway, so it's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
All right, let's see where we want to go next here. Dum-ba-dum. There is 7. I want something a little bit harder.
I want to get a hero spider though.
So if you want something harder, you have to go more to the
Here's a
core.
high reward conquest with an 8.
Oh, look, there's a hero up for sale.
This isn't multi.
Dark.
Where we're at?
Before you go anywhere, no.
Up here?
No. Go back to where we
Yeah.
are. Go back to look at where we are and look at the industrial
Yeah.
zone. See the hero there? Can you go to that hero icon quickly?
Yeah.
Not Lee, the one
No,
next to it.
I'm
which
trying.
is the-
Trying. I can't. There we go.
Thank you.
You have to.
And then check equipment as well, because I might be able to get machine guns and flamers with some decent pips.
Okay, so can you pick up ammo?
Yes.
Okay. Because we're gonna need that soon.
Okay. Mech
for
market.
loadout.
We've got
Like somebody
a
sold
hero
all of the
urban
ammo.
mech.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Anybody want a hero
was not
urban
you.
mech?
No. Well, okay, so here's the thing. It's actually very, very good to get for the heat sinks, the double heat sinks, but you would never use it. So strategically, it's an excellent mech to buy, and then gut, and then get
And
rid
then
of.
sell back.
Okay.
you know.
But I don't know how many double heat sinks do we have. Can you just go to equipment before you? I mean, it's only 2.
0.
Oh well, then yeah, get it, gut it, and then sell it. You want the double heat sinks on it.
Ooh, look
It's
at
only
that.
2 mil.
Grouper,
It's only 2 mil.
grouper der fish.
Oh, we got a fish coming.
That's what he says. He says grouper
we're
der
in
fish.
Mechwarrior 5. McFish. You're aware of that? We'll certainly take you.
So purchase the urban.
I got 25% off.
Yeah, purchase the urban.
Does it have to be repaired before we can gut it for the...
No. Just go to Battle Mechs. Go to Battle Mechs. Top menu
I'm on
item.
it. I'm on
Yeah.
it. I'm on it.
Are you doing it? Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I'm doing
And
it.
if you could go to equipment, Dark, could you go to equipment?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
What the snap?
Don't
This
worry
thing
about
has
it, Dark.
8 double heat sinks.
Yes, it's the best mech to buy in game for double heat sinks because it's so cheap. Like it's only 2 mil, a bit over 2 mil, and it's got all those double heat sinks. That's
There's-
so, Dark, can you look for pip machine guns and pip flamers
There's
for
no
me?
pip
And then Valen wants
flamer.
ammo.
And there's a
Have you
2-pip
gone all the way
machine
down?
gun. There's 4 of those.
Yeah, if you can grab that. Yeah, grab 4 of those, please. And then Valen wants some ammo of some kind.
Well, we need it. We don't have
What
any
ki-
more.
what
Sure,
kind do you
I
want?
don't-
Somebody sold
What
it.
kind do you want?
AC-10, AC-5.
Well, hang on. He's got 11 AC5s. You don't need
I'll
more
get a
than
few.
11.
That's
You
fine.
don't need more
That's
than
fine.
10.
If you're shooting a lot.
You might want half some. You might want some half.
Yeah.
And what's the other one you want?
That's good. AC-10. So I don't think
I don't.
we have any,
there's some.
a lot of
there's
that
some
left.
I tell you what you do want. You want the Gauss.
There you
You want
go.
the Gauss. You want the Gauss ammo. The Gauss
Do we
ammo.
have a Gauss launcher?
You want it. Like when you get it, you definitely want the ammo.
Okay, we'll take it.
Um,
All right, that should be
what
good.
about AMS?
Yeah, because you've got the catapult with the.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got heaps of minions. Oh, he's got double heat sinks too. Get 3 of those double heat sinks.
Yeah,
You can almost hear the excitement in Drax's voice.
Oh, when you're building mechs and you got double heat sinks, it's glorious.
Okay. I need
Streetcar Cerams. There's Ultra AC
I need
5s.
27.
Do you want any of those ammos?
Like, you don't need 201 single heat sinks. Like, you can sell like 100 of those. You can sell, I mean, probably 27 of those SRM ammos. Like, you don't need a massive accompaniment of ammo. Like, having a buffer of 10 or 15, sure, but anything higher than that is ridiculous.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, but you got to remember that depending on how many mechs you're building that all use the same type of weapon and the same ammo, it'll start to eat into that pretty quick.
Ultra AC 5 ammo or no?
47 SRMs is ridiculous, man. Come on.
Are you kidding me? That's not even close to
Oh,
ridiculous.
there's the AC 10 ammo.
Yes,
right
it
there.
is. I have, when I play games, I never have more than 10 of something, like ammo-wise. You don't need it, unless I know it's particularly hard to get, like Gauss and some of the LBX stuff. Or if it's on a mech I'm mainly using, I might go a bit higher, especially if it's, I know it's prone to getting destroyed, which doesn't happen a lot when I'm playing my game. But I don't have a big stock of ammo. And when you get like 201 single heat sinks, that's a ridiculous.
Do you need machine gun ammo?
Stock. Well, how many have you got there? 3. Yeah, probably just get 2 more. Oh no, you got 7. Take it up to 10 and leave it at that. But I doubt I need it.
Did you send an invite to Fish?
I will in a second. I'm just going to take all those.
Okay.
Sorry, Fish. We're buying stuff.
You definitely can sell stuff, but like Valen doesn't want to, so don't worry about it.
I don't see you in game here yet, unless I can scroll down. Maybe. No, there's Pyro, Hellbringer, Thomas J, Mr. Red.
Have you got him? Has he ever played? With
I don't know. Have you ever played
You don't
Mechwarrior
have his
5
code.
with me?
I don't actually see him in your Discord.
He's not in chat anymore. Okay.
He swam away.
He's realized. Yeah. Well, let's move on then.
All right. All right. Back over to. I think I was going to go down somewhere in here. High reward quest.
If you want heavier drop weights, you have to go closer towards the
Yeah,
center.
we're just going to kind of work our way there.
Okay.
Oh, so you're not interested in doing the campaign missions?
I am, but they're way down there, so I thought I'd work my way over. At least the one that I was looking at. Maybe I should look again and wet us
if
closer.
you look at all the ones, yeah, you might want to do a bit of an order to what you got and
Okay.
choose a direction and go that way.
Oops.
You don't need to go all the way out to do. I mean, you've got heaps. You've got heaps.
All right. So let me go back over here to objective logs. Legend of the Crystal Lancers. We could still look at that.
So, like, if you look at your campaign missions solely, you've got lock and load to do.
Lock and load. Where are you?
Not speak to Randy. You've got lock and load.
Oh, lock and load. Okay.
I don't know where
What's
it
the
is.
little
But,
exclamation mark for? I don't remember.
so when you're tracking something, that'll give you the
No, it's got a little exclamation mark. Like, does that limited time availability maybe?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But have a view system on it. So go bottom right corner view system, and you'll see where it's going to be.
Kavanaugh.
And scroll out.
It's way down there.
You're way so close.
Way over.
Scroll
I
out.
did.
Okay.
It's way over there.
Yeah. So again, you don't have to do that one, but you might just have another look at what else is around you.
Wish it would take you back to where you just came from. I can increase my reputation.
You're doing that anyway.
I know.
That's what you're doing
but,
anyway.
You know, it's what they're telling
What's
me.
Rana? What's
Well, she would never tell me, and there's nothing here. And,
It's probably
and when
just
I go
waiting
to
for
the
the next
hangar to speak
increase.
to her, she wouldn't speak to me.
Yeah, it's waiting for the next. It's waiting for the next increase in rep.
Oh, okay. So those two kind of
Talk to
are
you after
out.
that.
Project Cold Snap. We could do that, maybe.
So that's curator. So just have a look at view system first. Don't track it yet. Just view
Too
system.
late. Just that's not far from here, probably.
Scroll out. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's not too far. You could probably work on your curator rep.
Travels out of range. We could get.
Down. It's further down. See where the yellow
Yeah, I
is.
know. It's just finding it when it's zoomed out. It's hard.
Well, you could track. You can
I
go
got
back
it
into
tracked,
track
yeah.
and then you'll see.
I didn't think we were clear down here this far. I didn't realize how far down we were. It's way up there, I guess, is what it comes to. All right.
I wouldn't think too hard about this, Dark.
Well,
Just choose
I know I
something
was
and
going
go.
to pick something, but then you guys got me going off trying to find something better. So this is your fault.
I'd rather see you do campaign missions or missions in the objective because you get better rewards.
Well, these aren't that I can jump to go up there, but it's going to take a couple jumps. Is all I'm saying.
Well, you took 76 days once you landed on one anyway. Like time's really not a big factor.
Okay. Well, then they shouldn't make it so many days.
The universe is big.
It's like you could die an old man trying to play this game. Oops, and I'm already an old man.
I feel like playing with you. I am slowly dying as an old man.
Yeah, there's that.
I'm definitely aging. And you know, before I met you, I didn't have any grey hairs.
Really? And now you do? Wow. I'm rubbing off on you, kind of.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in a good
That's
way, but a way anyway. There it is. I can get there now.
You have it so scrolled in.
Well, sometimes if I don't scroll in enough, it doesn't reveal the names of anything, so I can't tell what I'm clicking on. Then I end up being in closer than I necessarily need to be sometimes. And plus, you know, I need those big kindergarten-sized letters to read now.
Yes, Hellbringer, we have been fished. You've also got view transmissions, which is usually either Rihanna wanting to talk to you or new missions being sent your way.
So these are our sworn enemy, and we have to do stuff for them anyway?
Yeah, so you won't have a lot of points to spend, but so what? You'll build up your rep with them slowly.
Well, I get 3. So basically, defend invading Steiner forces. Uh-oh. I thought we liked Steiner. This is terrible.
We are a mercenary
You can
outfit.
turn up.
We're not working for ours.
I know, but there's this deep down allegiance that it's hard to shake.
Okay. Well, you could put a 4th mech in if you wanted to.
Oh, won't he get a lot of damage? We'll see. Do I have any pilots that are alive?
So you got
still?
55 tons. 55 tons to spend.
Who is the pilot that we had here? That's being used. So this guy's 30, not 39. I guess he's our guy.
It's based on the. You really want to choose the mech first and then the pilot because the weapon groups will dictate which pilot to use.
Oh my gosh. How many tons did you say?
55. Max 55.
That gives me one option.
The Dervish. Yeah, Dervish is
And
good.
I don't know what those weapons are on that.
It'll be SRMs, so choose something with missiles. It's my build, so just choose something with missiles.
She's got a little bit. 5
5 is
is good. Okay.
5 or 6 is
All
different. Yeah, it's all good.
All right, here we go.
Alright, already up.
All right.
I can't believe. Still, I'm always amazed when there's the people that watch my stream. It's pretty amazing. But it's a big world, right? So that just means that there's 6 people out of the 6 billion or 7 billion people that are thinking, wow, I think the best thing I can do with my time is watch Dark Marauder not play well.
But there's a tendency to do ASMR with you, I think. Like, they're just actually just trying to get us.
assault force advancing on our position, reinforced by artillery batteries. Mercenary, Combine security forces on site are charged with keeping the classified
Hey
area
Drax,
safe.
can you hit
Notify
the
facility. What we need you to do is
Artillery?
silence those
Yes,
artillery
please.
cannons.
I was going to go after these mechs first.
Get to them.
No, that's fine. I'm saying because you're.
Forces destroying all of our research. Silence those guns. Then clear
Yeah, I'll go after the
the
artillery, no problem, but
remaining Commonwealth
I think we should
forces.
kill these mechs first.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying not to.
Target acquired.
Target info received.
If you guys could get the stuff in the air, that'd be good.
Yep, I'm on it.
If you press V or X, no V I think it is, you get a better view with the artillery on land striking.
Target acquired.
I would clean those guys up pretty quickly.
So many mechs. Guys can
Enemy
finish that.
dropship incoming.
I think you guys just hurt my leg.
Target destroyed.
Where are the choppers? Oh, they're not choppers. I thought they were choppers.
They're
Get
dead.
the choppers.
New target Panther.
Is that a griffin?
Good kill.
Eliminated.
Target
Yep.
acquired. Target destroyed.
Man. Making short work of these guys. This is a cool biome. I don't remember being on this one.
Yeah, it's a unique one. Well, that's the thing about doing the mission ones. They usually, well, depending on where you are in the mission type, usually the last one is a unique map.
Oh.
That's why I like
Then
doing
you
them.
see
'cause
it
they're far more
later
engaging.
after you've unlocked it, kind of?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know if it ever gets rinsed and repeated in some other
I would think
missions,
they
but
would. Oh my gosh. I think they go to all the trouble to make a map.
No, the unique ones are fairly
The way-
unique. I mean, it's not like
the way
they could-
PGI does them, though, it's like a map every year. So you think if they've got a map, they'd use it. What's hitting me here? I walked over a thing that looked like, I don't know what it was, an icon, and walked right through it. I don't know what it was.
All right.
That's the artillery. Don't walk in them.
If you press V or X to change your point of view, so you're doing third person, you'll see where they are. All right, one group's down.
Thank you.
There's things in the air, but you guys might be too far away.
I don't see them yet.
I'm behind a giant snow mound, so I gotta move around it.
I'm heading towards the other artillery now.
Roger that.
I got choppers. 1,
Target
Yep.
acquired.
2.
I'm on him. I'm on him.
Oh, he's
I'm
around
not
the
far
other
from
way.
the artillery.
I can't see him. He's behind a big
Thank you.
rock. Did you get him?
It's actually a small mech. Actually, this map is rinsed
There's
and
still
repeated.
something
This is the one which is over.
Alive up there.
There we go.
Okay.
That's a dead shot.
Mostly spinning around. Here's what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is one of those rinse repeated maps. Done.
Come on, mech. Start moving. Uh-oh.
I'm on him.
All right, artillery is down.
Thank you, sir.
New target.
Heading back to you guys.
Enemy reinforcements
Little
inbound.
so-and-so. Come here. Excuse me, Locust, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Cthulhu?
Is he dead?
Ooh, yeah, he's dead.
Choppers.
I got choppers out.
1. Oh, good job.
3 down, 4 down.
So on the far side of the map, there's more mechs coming in.
Roger
We
that,
should
I can
tighten
see the
up.
dropship. Yep, coming to you, Dark.
On the move, Commander.
That means slow down.
My mech.
Hold
I think
still.
they're packed with bullets anyway.
We have a... Oh, first time viewer. Cool.
Pack of lights.
Where's the...
We actually have a pack of lights.
Oh, what drop was lights.
Oh. Well, I just killed 2.
Catapult wasn't light, but anyway.
Do we have to go over to this big city thing? You got 2
I'm
mechs
not gonna
behind
face
us.
these by myself. So,
And lots of choppers.
I'm going to head towards you guys. Yeah, if you guys get the things in the air first, please, that'd be great.
Got all 3, 4.
On the javelin.
That leg is scrap. Got it. Engaging. I just
Mech
destroyed
coming in,
that
spider.
leg.
The enemy are deploying still.
He blew up over the
Dead,
top
dead.
of me.
Commander.
There's still a catapult somewhere, isn't there?
Oh, I didn't record that excellent
s-
death.
Somewhere. Not sure where.
You might want to sort of head up this way where I'm going.
I'm right behind you then.
Got more things coming in on the air.
Roger
Yeah,
that.
the catapult's over here.
There's batteries down here or something shooting. Should I kill them? Can I kill them?
Yes.
I killed all the artillery.
Well, there's stuff
More,
shooting.
more coming in.
Are
More
these
coming
orbital
in.
bombardments?
Look out, Commander. More enemy
Catapult's
mechs
dead.
inbound.
We have more mechs inbound.
What about the guys?
Yeah, back where you guys originally were. Back where you
Yeah.
guys were originally were.
2 dropped. We have 2 lances inbound.
That's right. Make light work of it, just group up.
Copy. Your target.
They're only sending light mechs at the moment.
I got a javelin here. I've got 3 mechs here. I hope you guys are near me. I can't. Doesn't. Yeah, you are. For some reason, I'm not hitting them very well. He's lagged. It looks like.
Hostile neck down.
Target
Is that a Black Knight? Yeah, Black Knight. You guys engaging?
Yeah, we're engaged.
I'm going for the Black Knight.
Give you a hand with the knight.
No, this guy's got it. I may get destroyed.
flee.
His legs are almost gone.
Attacking target.
Oh yeah, I'm getting out of here. Did you get him?
Working on it.
Just have to get his other leg.
I got one.
Yeah.
Or you did. I didn't get the other one, I guess. Gosh.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, this mech's gonna get. Afraid to save Alan. This mech's gonna have a lot of damage on it.
New target spider.
You might be afraid to say it, but you're
Target destroyed.
able to say it with such fluidity and comfort. Such casual. Yeah, it's going to have some damage, probably a lot more than anybody
Well, the nice
could
thing is,
possibly
if this
imagine.
mech dies, it doesn't actually cost a lot of money. If I was in a mech like you guys,
Archer. Archer.
Target.
yeah, it's that lemon head, so it got me. Just lurming like crazy.
It's okay. I'll return the favor to him.
He's going behind a wall.
You're not gonna hide. No, no. I can still see you.
Okay, going for his legs.
You've done a great service for the Dragon today, Commander.
Alright, it's done.
Thanks to you, our facility
All
is
down,
safe.
go boom.
Return to base and resume garrison position.
I need flamers and light machine gun.
I'm sure the ISF
The
will
Black
have
Knight
many
wouldn't be-
questions for them.
It'll be too bad to take a hold of.
He doesn't have many points, and he put it in cash, not salvage. But he only had like 3 points to spend because he's hated by Curator.
They don't like me at all.
Oh.
I just saved their bacon.
It's alright, you'll build up your rep from here though, so it's worthwhile doing their missions because they've got some great mechs that you want to get cheaper.
Me.
Andre, welcome to the stream.
Oh,
Welcome to
yes,
Ghostlands.
yeah.
I'm Dark Marauder, your
Can you-
host. Should I buy one of these things? Nope, because I can't. I can get an LRM 10.
Really?
I don't see
Oh.
any.
It was around
I
26.
don't see any flamers.
Yeah, so there's three there's a flamer with 1 pip and a machine gun with 2 pips. Down the bottom.
There's a lot of salvage that we can't get here.
I know, but there's a flamer with 1 pip. That would be great, please. Awesome.
All right, and the double machine gun.
I mean, you know, for someone who the damage output I did, yeah, I took the most damage taken, but relatively speaking, it's still under 100k.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's cost of doing business. I mean,
Yeah. Please don't rebuild my mech, Phelan. I'll do it.
we can get a.
Well, I can't rebuild anything. We can't repair it all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fly out of here.
We can get a high-end paint job for 50k, right?
Well, if you could go to an industrial zone, that would be wonderful.
I'd just be happy to.
Yeah, there's no
There's
ability
a hero
to repair it
mech
all
here.
right now.
Yep, go there. That'd be great. I mean, you're probably not going to buy it because it's probably going to be like 30% cost.
Can we put double heat sink in my mech?
You can.
Yeah, to make it cooler for sure. If you
That'd be
feel
great.
like it's running hot.
It is running hot. It's not terrible, but
Well, you're double
when we
heat
get on hot maps, it definitely can get hot.
You should also make sure you've got full armor, by the way.
So it's an awesome.
I'll check it right now. Go ahead and run time real fast.
Do I want this
so we
awesome?
can finish the repair.
Well, I got to do my repairs. Hang on. Oh, can you?
Kinda
Sorry,
awesome.
can you do equipment?
Should I buy the
Oh,
awesome?
I'm sorry. I started your fire starter. I did not mean to start that.
Oh my god.
Can you go to? Yeah, it's an awesome. You may want to buy it, but before you do, could you go to equipment and check out flamers for me, please?
I could have just bought the awesome while I was there, you know. Could have done that.
I mean, I don't think it's worth getting, but it's up
Well,
to you.
it looks cool.
You might like
Come
it.
on. I don't.
Like lasers, blue, and go flamers. Look for flamers, please. Scroll down, scroll up, do the hokey pokey.
I don't see any. I don't see anything. There's nothing to scroll here.
Oh, no, go blue. Go
I'm
blue.
on blue. There's nothing to scroll here.
Okay, can you scroll up and down?
There's nothing. There's not. There's
No,
not
that's
enough.
it.
It's not a full screen even of scrolling.
Your picture's in the way, so I never get to see whether you can
All that
scroll or
matters
not.
is that you can see me.
Yeah, that's true. Right, so do what you like. I
There's a
don't care.
no.
Oh, you probably
there's a
want to
no
put that
pip flamer if
Kirby-
you want that.
No, I don't want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you can sell the Irby.
Okay.
You can sell the Irby. It's not.
Let's see.
Oh, I gotta
let's
put it back
some
into the
doubles on
dumb-
here.
Build here. Where'd the Herbie go?
So
he's still in
I
there.
just dropped. 1, 2, 3,
Did I
4.
did I pull him into the? Did we get the heat sinks off of it?
I did. I already
So I
pulled them
can
out.
sell it. Okay.
Yeah. So I just dropped 4 double heat sinks into your build.
Ooh.
You have a rating of plus 0.4. And you're at maxed
That sounds
out.
like a good thing.
I personally wouldn't get the hero. I think you're paying way too much for it because you're hated by them. So I wouldn't get it. If you didn't buy it.
No,
did you?
but it's not. It's like it's pretty. It's got a fun paint job.
You better have a look at
Go-
it.
I mean, go-
how much it's going to cost
Go
you.
look at that. See, it's got flamey things and chains.
Yeah, I understand, but you're paying. Like if you try and click to
Oh,
buy
it's
it, it'll show
28
you what
million
penalty
C
you're
bills. It's
paying.
like half of everything I got.
No. Like if you haven't bought
No.
it yet, I think it comes up with a screen and you show you want to buy it, and they'll give you what the actual added price is.
Oh, and it's gonna be more than that even then.
It's inflated because you're hated by Curator and you're in this space trying to buy a
28,
mech.
so not much. 28.7.
Right, so it's a 20% markup.
No, because it's 20. It says 28.7 here actually already.
Yeah, you're paying 20%. That's the total price
so
for it because
it's really 20% less than that somewhere else.
Look, if you click on it, you'll see the penalty. You're paying 20% more.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I was just looking at the price. I see what you mean though.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other mechs here? There's a rifleman. Oh, look, there's a.
I mean, you're despised by Curator.
There's an urban mech hero mech. Do you want to buy that?
You
I
just
know.
did.
So here we go. Let's go back and go somewhere.
That may not be the last mission to do.
Back here. I didn't look. I think
See how you see the star there down the bottom of the screen?
there.
Oh, I hate this
It's
lag.
way. That's clear down for the something we're not tracking currently.
Oh. Well, technically you are tracking.
No,
it.
because
That's what you're
it.
tracking.
Well, but it bumped to the next thing, so I didn't track that. I tracked something clear up in here. Okay, so
Okay.
targeted kill contract. Let's.
Well, you
do
can look
that.
at what else is in Curator. Like, okay, all right, let's do that.
Like to kill things.
There's a high value. Oh, it's a multi-mission. Forget
My
it.
jam, killing things.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's.
Again, you might want to be doing campaign missions, but
I want to do some campaign missions, but I have to pick one, I guess. But then I have to travel clear across the universe, which I just
no,
did.
you've got so many of them. You just need to look for the ones that are close. You spend 2-3 minutes looking through the ones that are close.
Okay,
and then
we'll
you
do
go,
that
"Oh,
after
that's the
this."
closest. Do that one.
Take away their toys. Difficulty 81.
Russell Hug. Well, that's my favourite house, Russell
It
Hug.
is? Because you like pork?
The underdog. They're big. Like the clan invaded their space and they broke away from Curator. They're the underdog.
Do you think I might need, since it's higher difficulty, should I have a little bit of damage coverage?
No, I don't. No, it's up to you. No.
I'll get a little bit this time.
6 points.
Heavy weather warning is in effect.
Uh-oh, heavy
Commander.
weather.
Your visibility
Heavy
will be
weather.
compromised out there.
Fog. Fog's tough.
I got to go up then because that's clearly needed.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And the Deverish should probably be in something bigger, too. What do we got
So
left?
this one. This hasn't been repaired.
What hasn't been repaired?
Awesome. Let me go and repair it.
We got a Warhammer or Warhammer.
PPC was damaged.
Oh. Give him a
Or a
Warhammer.
Stalker. Could put him in the Stalker.
So,
No, don't put him in a Stalker because it's tonnage that they can't use really, depending on who the pilot is.
We're still way under tonned.
Yeah, you can go up.
I was going to get to try my...
So you can go up if
I can
you
go to the
want.
Warhammer,
so
I guess.
can-
Well, isn't the Marauder about the same?
Yeah.
75 is 75. That's higher. What's that? So I got.
Yeah.
I can get in the Stalker, I guess.
So-
It's 85.
yeah, basically the Stalker is what you want to get into.
That gets us still. We're 80 tons under.
And that's not the
Yeah,
end of the
and
world.
that's if you want to. I mean, you can go up if you want. You don't
What's-
have to. I'm just saying.
what's
if,
in the
if
Stalker,
anybody wants to take the
PPC?
extra tonnage up, we
I
can.
only have one PPC.
So you could give the Stalker to the NPC, and you could take your Marauder because it's the same weight as the Warhammer, right?
Yeah.
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 No,
I think
it's
pretty
5
close.
tons lighter than the Marauder.
Oh,
So I
okay.
could still give
Well,
this.
take
Yeah,
Marauder.
I could still give this.
Give the Stalker to the NPC and go take the Marauder, and who cares?
Yeah, I was just saying, don't give the. I was just cautious about giving the NPC the Marauder or the Stalker because half the time my NPCs don't use them right.
What's in that Stalker M?
A
Because
PPC,
you want to make
LRM 10.
All right, so he's got a 9 laser. He's got 9 lasers. I mean, he'll be competent in it. He's not going to be terrible
Okay.
in it.
Where do you see 9
Why is it
lasers?
under time?
I see 4 or 5 lasers.
So the score on
It's-
the pilot.
no,
Score
yeah,
on the pilot.
Oh, the pilot
at the
skill.
pilot-
Okay, I thought you were talking about the actual mech.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds like we're gonna die. Glad I got it.
I don't think we're going
I'm
to
glad I
die,
got some
but
insurance.
we're going to need to be coordinated, and we're going to need to stay together.
Yeah. Which we've been doing generally
Waiting on Drax
well,
now.
kinda, on these anyway.
Yeah, but it's definitely a ring to say you need to buy some heavier mechs.
I know. I want some heavier mechs.
And Kurita space is actually good for heavy mechs, assault mechs, but you need to build up your rep with them before you do.
Stand clear.
Because you're going to get overcharged massively for it.
Online.
It's only because they hate me.
Online.
Well, they despise
Or they
you, yes.
despise me.
They
Sorry, I didn't mean to, soften that too much, sugarcoat it.
Friendlies are already engaged with hostile
Yeah.
forces.
This is pretty.
Their survival is not our priority, but there's always safety in numbers in a combat zone. We should
What are
do
we
what we
doing?
can to help them out.
Killing stuff.
They will make earning our
Are we
combat
protecting?
bonus all the
Oh, we're
easier
protecting,
the longer they
okay.
stay in the fight.
I hate these.
Protection missions.
These missions.
What I don't like about them is you have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Well, I don't think this is a complete protection. I think we do a little bit of that and then we move on to something else.
Reach checkpoint alpha and set up your hold.
Oh, maybe we do. Oh, yeah, it is a full protection. Oh, it's so boring.
New target, Centurion.
I would have done better in my spider, actually. Might not last the mission, though. And it's fog? Is this a fog?
Fog.
New target, Javelin.
It's froggy.
Enemy vehicle spotted.
Oh, so they're in.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, nice. Well, I might just smash up the buildings.
We're not supposed to destroy all the buildings. Just so you know.
No, it doesn't say anything. There's no protection
Oh,
marker on it. Do what we like.
Got it. Engaging.
coming around behind him.
Oh, my PPCs won't. I'm terrible at this. I'm not happy with these PPCs.
Critical.
It definitely cools down faster.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a cold
Well,
map.
double steam. Yeah, it's cold map, and double heatings have a better heat dissipation, anyways.
Attacking target.
Target.
I keep hitting buildings.
Yeah, I'm not.
It kind of.
They are converging
Oh,
to
they're doing.
position.
I hate to deal with them
silly.
out here.
Contact.
Why would you do that?
Or did you do what?
Alright, destroy target number of forces. Okay. So this is not a proper protection. We can do what we like with the city. There's no
No penalty.
marker on it. It says damage. Yeah.
Hey, there's a stoplight here. Should I stop? Oh, greens go.
What are you talking
I
about?
saw a stoplight here in the city. I thought I had to stop.
Yeah.
I try to obey the rules.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except when you're killing your own allies.
Details. Back, we're in the fog of war, Drax. Remember, fog of war.
Doesn't help when you got 8 each
Okay,
classes.
we're literally in the fog. How's that? Ow!
Oh, there's something over there too. Let's go.
And you want me to not dock his pay for talking smart to you?
You can dock his pay anytime, for any reason whatsoever, as long as it seems justified in your and our eyes.
Enemy mech forces spotted operating.
Oh,
in the area.
thanks, Dark. Thanks for that.
It should
Your
it should be
accountant.
justified. I feel like we should feel like it's justified. Isn't that fair?
Dropship coming in near my location.
Yeah, heading over.
Southwest.
Yeah, but that just gives him permission because he's just going to say it's justified.
Well, wow, you're painting kind of a low opinion
I
of him.
actually have to justify it.
Oh yeah, as opposed to just making up any old reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How great is that? Yeah,
That is pretty great. At least you're among people who, justifiably would dock your pay. Not people who would just do it vindictively or out of spite, right? So count your blessings.
Oh, my blessings. Oh, I've got to count them now
Yeah.
as well.
Hopefully you won't go into the negative on that.
Yeah,
You
cheers.
might.
Target acquired.
Unrequested target, Commander.
You might want to get that Orion, guys. It's kind of almost lethal mech near us.
Critical. New target Orion. System offline.
Ouch.
Ow.
Critical.
Why are you coming for me, Orion? Go
He's
away.
going for me now.
He was shitting me before.
System offline.
I'm hot enough now that I'm
Leg.
shutting down.
Go for his other. Go for his other leg. Go for his other leg. He's legged.
Critical. Target acquired. Target
There we go.
destroyed.
Right, let's get that Lerma. Oh, Valen's damaged.
Yeah, the Orion used me like a chew toy.
A
Yeah, I was
chew
saying
toy.
kill the Orion.
Did he just kill one of our guys? Are one of you guys dead?
Yes. No, he killed
Our
one of
NPC?
our
Or just our
allies.
allies?
You know, like you did last mission.
Yeah.
Like you
Oh
did
yeah, I'm
last
not
mission.
concerned about that then.
Target acquired.
This guy's putting out a lot of damage.
Target destroyed.
He's dead. Oh, we're only halfway. How much?
I'm gonna stand on top of this peak.
Tangos appear to be bringing in additional reinforcements.
You might want to come back because
Brace
I'd say they're going to be
yourselves.
on the other side now.
I'm come back to where we were, you mean?
Valen, you might want to get into the buildings, I think, mate. Oh, okay. So they're dropping northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're headed in the right direction. You might want to give the command to the NPC to follow, or to shoot at the air targets that are coming in also. There's air targets coming into our backs.
I'll just get those.
I can't shoot them.
Target acquired.
I'm working on the air targets.
Got a Mechs on our back now. Oops, they were just a wild
You really
shot.
Are you giving any
Yeah, I am.
commands to the NPCs
Yeah.
at all done?
Had to turn around and get a target before I could give it to him, though.
Guys,
Yeah,
the Shadowhawk walked right past you all.
we were busy.
No, I was shooting it. That was my priority target.
Really kicked over the
I've been shooting it the whole time.
Yeah, now it's in my face, stripping my armor out.
Don't worry, Drax will pay for your armor. He's taught you a bad habit.
I said for you to get in the buildings, too.
Well, I didn't want to get in the building, so I'm running LRMs. It limits my fire range.
You don't need to get into the high buildings, but you could get into protecting your legs and...
Shadowhawk. Target destroyed.
Okay, big dropships there. The assault one's the priority, guys. Valen, definitely get in the buildings, dude.
Yeah, I got junked. Now, why? Oh, stupid computer.
Oh, that missile boat's not happy for me.
Target acquired.
Oy.
I'm on the Centurion. Centurion's almost dead.
That was a big explosion.
Okay, the assault's the priority, guys.
Which one is he? I don't have him targeted
This
yet.
is
Victor.
Victor, got him.
3 pit.
Attacking target.
Oh, this is nuts.
Friendly. Check your fire.
Spot
What's the opponent?
Okay, Victor's dead. Another Centurion.
Critical.
CT that Centurion will be dead now.
Target acquired.
Oh boy,
Target destroyed.
this is gonna hurt. Oh, it's the last mech.
System offline.
I'm real hot. And he keeps missiling me.
You should get into the buildings as well.
What? You
CT
want
and
me
then
to run away and hide?
Mission complete, Commander.
preserve your mech. Oh, that's it.
Every kill
We're
from
good.
here out
Let's
is
run
one
to
We got 'em all.
the drop
Great.
zone before more come
as
in.
you like, but
No, we need to get to the drop
Yeah, I
zone.
know. But we got all our targets, so it's great.
A sizable hold of this area.
Yeah.
Fall back to the mark nav point when you're ready for evac.
I'm not a fan of the awesome. It's lovely PPCs, but
Let's get out
they
of
don't
here.
they don't sort of like what do you call it when they're all on the same point?
Hey, Frankenmittens, howdy. Yeah, you can join us. I'm going to go another half hour probably. Please do. Oh, Mittens is even in comms
Feel-
already. I'm just catching up here.
Yeah.
11.
1.6 mil. Ouch.
Yeah, I can pick up the javelin, I guess.
There's a nice machine gun. Oh, you're gonna pick the javelin. That's right.
Well, I can get the machine guns if you want those. If you, oh, there's
No,
there's
no,
a good machine
that's
gun.
all
I'll
good.
get that. And a single flamer. That's fine. It's a 3-pip machine gun.
Stalkers definitely took a hit, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ow.
Biggest mix on the unfortunately.
Dancing toe to toe with a.
I was on the
Very-
Shadowhawk the whole time, dude. Like when it came to
No. I'm not saying you weren't. I did not say you weren't. What I'm saying is when I have one that walks right into my face, it's because I wasn't focusing on him. I thought that you and Dark were taking him and I was taking the other guy, and you were, but Dark had diverted himself to the other. So then the computer diverted to that target, and it didn't have enough fire to make it stop. It just walked right on through to us.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we need to communicate better. I didn't hear any calls for it, but I was on it because I knew it was the mech that was going to run through.
yeah.
Do we want to take...
You could stick the javelin in cold storage, Dark.
Oh.
Yes, and wait. Listen to.
I wouldn't bother repairing it, just sell it when you can.
We're going to need some lighter mechs at some point.
No, I don't think so. Well, you need heavier mechs, to be honest.
Okay.
Because you can always go down to 3. You can always
Yeah,
take 2
yeah.
heavies and 1 light. You know, you don't need to take the full mechs.
Yeah.
And we're at the point now where when Critter Space we're doing stuff here, then they usually have like heavy missions.
Chasing ghosts. Oh, look, a pirate. What? Not a pirate. What do you call it? Gypsy. Pirate gypsy. Something or other. Q
No, treasure hunter.
abandoned. I can't take that job, right? Because it says abandoned. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, maybe the time sped up. Might be the first example where the time sped up and gone past it. Don't know.
I wish it would just
You may as
give
well
you an
abandon it, yeah.
idea of how far things are away within here, so you don't have to go back and forth to the map.
Yeah, it would definitely be an improvement for sure.
X mark.
So the skull, like, see the numbers near the skulls, like when you're looking at the missions on the right hand side of the mission, where it's got the like mission name and then it's got like a number and that's the kind of difficulty you'll be looking at to get the mission done. I mean, it's actually more rep requirement, but that also indicates usually difficulty as well.
Did you send Fish an invite?
No, I forgot. See, I can't click on any of these.
Or
stars.
no, sorry,
There we go.
Franken Mittens. I'm sorry, Franken Mittens.
Travel still out of
It's
range.
Frank that wants to come.
Yeah.
Hey Frank.
I don't know why I said Fish.
Frankenfish. Fish and Zilla.
Fish and Mittens.
That seems to be taking longer than usual. Okay, let me go get Mittens in here.
I'm not a fan of the awesome.
Invite sent. Oh, I didn't track.
I played this game.
I didn't track that.
Shaky Snake once.
Now I gotta go back and find it again.
And he was in the awesome that the mech guy was in, and he was just getting all these headshots. It was just like brilliant. He's so good with his PPCs.
Well, there. Still out of range. Really? Thought I got quite a ways up there.
Just work your way up. You're almost there. Just work your way up. So what? Just drop by an industrial zone if you can. Like, I mean, it may not be practical to do it, so don't worry about it. But if there's an industrial zone on the way, then you could always do that too. Whatever it is, just make it useful.
I don't see one.
No, fair enough. We'll just, have a crack at it. Press buttons, let's go.
Press and click. Press and click.
That's it.
I feel like that ought to play more dramatic music when I'm traveling to make me look more impressive.
Like Jaws?
Dun 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 dun.
Or more like a funeral hearse music.
Oh yeah.
Dun 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 dun. I mean, you're the singer here, not me. You're the music person, not me.
Well, you have sung. You're a singer. Turns out that's the case. Gosh. Maybe they've got rejuve treatments to keep us young by the future. They're working on that now, so maybe all these years spent traveling back and forth will...
Aren't they using babies' placenta? Oh, not placenta. What's the umbilical cord for that stuff?
There's some of that, but the research that I've seen and been watching is where they're actually taking the... there's a sequence at the end of your DNA in cells, and it ticks down every time the cell replicates. And if they turn that backwards, the cell runs the DNA code within its genes that is the younger code, and you get younger. And they've done that effectively with rats, and they're working on it with monkeys. And
so we're gonna reverse aging. We're literally going to become children.
No, but we can become at the prime of our life. We could be 27, 30 years old and stay that way for hundreds of years. Is what they'll end up doing.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Would it really be terrible? I wouldn't mind being 30 years old.
Oh, absolutely, because it'll just come on, Dark. Think about it. Like the way societies are run these days and the way they're formed, it'll literally be like some of those movies you see where the ultra wealthy are the ones who really afford it and really do it, and they just are able to continue to build their wealth.
Yeah, the question is,
the distance between
will it
continues to grow?
Yeah, the question is, will it be?
You'll have a permanent slave force that is only 27. And that's why they get injected while they work for these, mega corporations and wealthy people. No thanks.
But will it be like every other type of technology that trickles down to the masses after a while?
Hey, me and my 25-year-old body.
It'll trickle down, all right? You'll be stuck in a mine at 27 permanently doing something for the wealthy.
In a mine.
Good on
you have a pretty dark outlook. I'm supposed to be the Dark Marauder here.
As I said to you, give me an example where as a society, not in terms of like living standard, but in terms of morality and ethics and what we do to each other, it's not as if we've solved wars. You just have to look at the Ukraine and a few other countries for that. It's not as if we've solved slavery, because that's never stopped, ever. There's never been a time where we haven't had slavery. Some societies have turned their back on it or thought, we got rid of it.
Hang on,
we actually never got rid of slavery.
Okay, go ahead. She's just talking about the environment.
325. I have to stay in this thing. I just don't... Technology is not something I've seen that has cured some of the greater ills. And in fact, look at where we are now. We're facing climate change, and more natural disasters. Sorry, but
Well, okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of I guess, I don't want to say conspiratorial, but I'm going to get a little bit on you.
We're going to have to tone
The whole
down a
thing
little
with
bit
climate
so
change
Mittens can be
is-
in a mech.
What do you mean?
He doesn't have a mech yet.
It's 340 total
Oh,
drop
340,
weight.
so we need to ton up. Mittens, you have to get into a mech.
Yeah.
I can
Ton up,
I can
dude.
pick one for you, but you can pick your own. Go ahead. Let's go for the conspiracy. Ding, 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 ding.
we as I don't know, just say we as a species have not been around alive long enough at any point in time of this world's life to know exactly what the cycle is of our environment. Yes, I understand that we produce additional carbon that wasn't here beforehand. But the thing to also remember is that our trees that grow in the world flourish. They actually have increased the rate of oxygen production by, I would love to say, don't quote me on it, but I believe the number was like 200 or 300% because we have a more carbon dioxide rich environment.
I don't think it's that high.
So
I have read.
I don't think it is
I have
either.
read
But
that there's more vegetation growing at higher latitudes now, though, also because of the slightly warmed temperature.
And the higher carbon dioxide, which is what they need to live, and because of that, they're basically going through and rebalancing the ecosystem without us having to do anything. We have already, like, the U.S. as a large, I don't want to say we're a first world country, but sure, has reduced its carbon footprint quite a bit. I mean, a lot. And then you have countries like China that have not. They have actually increased their carbon footprint
massively, though.
And massively. And
where do you get those numbers from? I mean, so I'm not having a debate about climate change. I was just going back to the original discussion, which is I'm not sure giving humanity longer life is going to make a better future for us. I think it's just going to fracture what we already have. The gap we have will just massively increase, and the use of being younger will just mean you'll have a permanent longer workforce, increasing that gap. Being trapped and increasing that gap. That's my argument.
But this is going to lead into that.
Drax, you have to ready
I'm
up.
writing a story here, Drax. You gotta stay with me.
Sure.
But the issue in China is that they still have more coal burning power plants than any, well, I shouldn't say any, but than most nations I can think of off the top of my head. And they produce more carbon dioxide because of that to produce power. That's why they've only increased their carbon footprint, because they've had to build more of them to keep up with the demand of their population. Now, this is what leads into that whole thing you were talking about longer life not helping. With a longer life, you could have people who are trying to solve these problems, trying to do good, and make these problems, I don't want to necessarily say go away completely, but be mitigated to a point where it's less of a hazard for the world and better for the environment, because they can now live longer. They can do longer studies on their theorems to try and make it so that whatever technology they're developing, they can be sure doesn't hurt anything and actually generates power or generates what they're trying to do in an ecological way. Otherwise, you have to hand that off to somebody else and pray that they're going to do right by it. And with the ability to live longer, to see that through to the end, I think that would be a good thing. I think that would allow for better studies on how that technology is going to help do good and ultimately alleviate some of the worries that we have in the world right now.
Do you want me to reply to that?
You can if you'd like to. I mean,
So it's a hopeful and positive assertion, and it's one that's been propagated time and time again. I mean, when I was at my university degree back in the 90s, in 93, we had a professor talking exactly like that, and it's now 2022, and like I said, while there may be a small group of people who has that intention and get to do things like that with a longer life, sure, but ultimately you're also giving the reins to people who are ensuring things are arranged for
their own
them
benefit.
and theirs, there's far more of those in the world than there are the group that you're talking about. And
Okay.
I haven't seen since I guess I became more aware in the 90s to where I am now, how technology has actually improved societies. I've seen how it improves things like lifestyle. I've seen that, and I will agree that it definitely does that. But in terms of improving societies, no, I haven't seen how that technology has actually ever done that.
Well, if that's your criteria, that it's improving, that it has to do it immediately, then I mean, you might as well put everybody back in the dark ages of, no phone, no electricity. Because, I mean, in a very real sense,
I should have gone lived in with Pol Pot for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that I wouldn't want to give an endless life to the people who tend to have the reins of control because of their power and their money.
Well, and the thing is that
I don't think things will improve because of that, and I don't think the group that you're talking about will be powerful enough to alleviate what the rest of these people with longer lives are going to, the damage they're going to be doing to those societies.
Well, and see, that's the thing, is it's a longer life, not an infinite life.
Well, I mean, sure, but like we've been running around on this planet for thousands of years now, and whilst yes, I have internet and I have my phone, and thanks very much for that because I like being able to use that sort of stuff. We haven't fixed some of the worst aspects of humanity and what we do to each other, and I'm just saying, I'm not as positive as you are about that. And you're entitled to have that opinion and be positive. And I wish that future that you're hoping for would come true and it would be used in that way. But, I'm not that optimistic. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
I gotta be optimistic for something, otherwise it's just doom and gloom.
No, it's not all. I mean, I'm glad I'm alive and there are things that I love about life. But I'm not, I don't have such a positive outlook about, the things you do. That's all.
I think the real concern that Drax is expressing is you don't want someone like Hitler or even some of our political leaders being in office and in power long enough to change the rules that keep them in power for 100 years.
You don't need a Hitler.
Or 200 years.
You don't need a
I know.
Hitler.
I'm just saying, even just our political leaders. Like, term limits for president is, I think, a great thing. And I wish we had term limits for our congressmen. But a lot of countries just have a dictator, right? Or they just have a king or a queen that lives for, or reigns for 40, 50 years. And they can do either good or horrible, terrible things during that same period. So I get that, and I agree that's certainly a danger, especially if those are the people that are only wealthy enough to have access to rejuvenation technology.
No. They'll use that. They'll allow people like you and me to have it only because
they'll be in power.
We get to. Only because then they can get rid of the social security system and make sure everyone's at work because they'll have no reason not to. Like, there's a benefit to have someone who's working down a coal mine be 27 and 30 for longer. There's definite benefit of that. And, while they encourage them through a wage instead of slavery, it's still not a job that I want my sons and daughters to grow up to. It's interesting the way, certainly in Western countries, you get during election cycles how they say, they've taken our jobs, look, these jobs are dying off. But the reality is a lot of those people don't want to see their sons or their grandsons working down in the same jobs that they were because they know how hard and difficult it is. And it's grueling.
Yeah.
And it's not, long-term great for your health. So it's great that they are disappearing as long as they're being replaced with something better.
Yeah.
And, the people who are losing their jobs are cushioned, but often that doesn't, in America at least, it doesn't seem to take place.
I think the next 20 years, even the next 10 years, we're going to see massive unemployment due to automation like we've never seen. It used to be that automation was part and parcel with a lot of labor still involved. That as robotics start coming online, that's going to change, and there's going to be more and more accountants put out of work, and lawyers, and even doctors.
If lawyers and accountants are being put out of work, I'm very happy with that. I mean, if that's that'd be probably one excellent change to happen if lawyers and accountants are put out of work, because I think they're two of the professions that have caused the most mischief on the planet.
Well, lawyers and accountants and regular labor, factory labor, factory work, any kind of repetitive task, and ultimately a lot of non-repetitive tasks are going to be gone by the wayside for automation and robotics.
Yeah.
So
things like universal wage will be brought in. All that
yeah.
Kind of stuff.
So then the question is, well, is that going to be a type of slavery where they have to not go to work every day? Because that kind of negates the coal mine argument. Not that there aren't going to always be some jobs that are going to require a human, probably, but less and less. And I think people that do have those jobs will command pretty high wages, I would imagine, because it can't be automated by something else. But I don't look at it as gloomy,
I don't know exactly
possibly
how
as maybe you do, but I understand your concern.
Yeah.
Dark.
What?
You walked right in front of me.
Sorry. I thought you were standing still, all right? I didn't mean to get right in front of you.
No, I was trying to keep moving because there's more air cover coming in.
Target acquired.
I just have my throttle all the way down, so it's.
Are you in the Warhammer?
No.
Frank's in the Warhammer.
Frank is.
I can't hit this tank.
Support,
I can't see it, so I don't really know what I'm shooting at. He's coming up, though.
Where do you get this building down?
Yep.
Target destroyed.
Oh, that's down.
Commander, it looks like Yaros will be happy with the supply locations we've
Alright, we
given
have to get back to the
He
job.
sent a new coordinate for our next meeting with a single line message of "Meet you here." I've got it stored in our nav computer if you want to continue with this.
I do, don't I? Do I want to continue with this?
I would, but we want to repair our mechs.
Yeah.
There'll be a part 2 or 3 or whatever it is, for sure.
Got choppers coming in. I'll see if I can see them. They're above us. Shoot.
No, they're gonna fly right over us.
There's one. Got one. Did you get the other?
They're both down. Yeah, I think Frank got it.
I think that a lot of the climate issues will be somewhat mitigated by improved technologies. I'm hoping that, and
that's the hope too. But it doesn't. I think the things that get us into trouble are impulses that technology isn't going to cure, and so I don't feel like
humanity isn't
going
necessarily
to get out of trouble.
automatically getting better, and technology doesn't help it do so. I agree with that.
Technology doesn't get the basic values.
Right.
It doesn't cure our basic value, which is essentially envy. Envy is at the core of a lot of our problems.
Not just envy, but all sorts of morality issues come in.
Well,
I'm asserting that a lot of the stuff you can track back down to simply envy. That's all I'm saying. You can disagree and you can think of something broader. I'm just saying if you look at personal values, a lot of the problems that arise in the world come at its source, I believe, at an individual level, at a moral value level, is something to do around envy.
In regard to what Dark said earlier about, politicians having a long enough lifespan to affect change, and they already do that now.
Well, they do, but if you
there's no difference.
If you give them 50 or 100 years of it,
Look at our president. He's been in politics for 47 years.
Yeah.
47 years as a congressman. He doesn't need a long lifespan. He did it in his own. I mean, that's the problem, is that we have to change. It's not that it's the length of time that they're in for that they can have that affects and makes the problem.
Let me go to an
Putting a
industrial
limit
zone
on how long
before
they
you do
can-
those repairs. If I can find one here.
I already set him up.
I was having an interesting. I think Valen, you were there for part of it, having an interesting conversation with Hellbringer, and I'll raise the point again. A lot of the problems when we talk about them is almost talking about how. Let me put it this way: how we might be talking about how the car doesn't work properly, but there's no point talking about how the car doesn't work properly when you've got no roads to begin with. I think in that conversation we were talking about how there's issues with, say, the electoral system, and I'm like, well, why bother fixing the electoral system when the two parties you've got to elect are broken? Like, I don't really care that the electoral system's corrupted, because it doesn't matter who seems to get in. Either party isn't exactly doing a great job for your future of the country anyway. So you know,
if I may, you're conflating something though. You're conflating the road with the scenery. The road is
not the scenery. I'm talking about literally the thing the car has to drive on.
I'm using your metaphor. Because there is a road there. The problem is that the scenery that's there, the people that are there, that are directing you, that are giving you the way to go, are wrong, and they are using it to their advantage to cause a problem, and majorly give stuff to themselves for their own major benefit. And that's where the problem comes in. The system isn't broken; it's the abuse of the system that I think is the problem.
So I still can't.
Because if we replaced, let's thought experiment.
How is the world broken? Like, how are you talking about a system that breaks? Well, what's the point of having the system? Like, if the system's allowing over and over again this deviation, then don't you need to be looking at the system?
We haven't so far discovered a system that isn't susceptible to man breaking it.
Yes. So here's a very simple example. You buy something at a department store, right? You take it home. You wear it. Whatever. Let's say you break it, and you've only had it for a couple days, and you take it back, and you're like, oh, well, I got it out of the box broken. And they take it. They say, oh, okay, and they replace it or give you your money back. You can do that. I mean, it's cheating the system. It's an abuse of what the system is. You're not being honest about what happened, but you can still do it, and it's the same thing with politics. It's not meant to be abused by people who want to abuse it or want to give just for themselves. It's supposed to be used to help the people at large, the greater population, to have a better life and a more fuller ability to enjoy that life.
Again, that's a naive way of looking at it, man. I think when you look at least the way America's founders formed their constitution, they knew that they didn't just assume, they knew from their own experience that power corrupts, and they tried to build a system that
minimizes or slows it down.
Minimize that corruption, which is why you had a two-party system, why you had two parties that weren't going to trust each other and all that kind of stuff. And that's power's always been that thing that is open to abuse, and whatever best intentions one individual may have, because it requires people, at least in the Western system, to vote for them. It can be manipulated. You know, you don't get. There haven't been a lot of occasions in the world where you've had a good dictator. It's happened in the world, but not consistently, hereditary, right? So they came across this constitutional system, and that seemed to help a little bit. Again, going back to the original assertion, though, is I still don't see giving longer life to human beings, given everything we've discussed, is better for a society. Because we've actually improved our lives already. Like, the life of a medieval person was, in terms of years, was less than the life of a modern day person. And the things that happened back, the bad things that happened back then, are still the bad things that are happening now. And I haven't. While technology, like I said, has helped with lifestyles, it hasn't solved and can't solve what is at the core of some of the worst things that happen in the world, which is personal values and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't solve it.
So then the question is,
doesn't mean we shouldn't have it, but I don't see how it's going to solve it. I don't.
But okay, so
hey Xenos,
let's look at it this way then.
You're okay to have your view, man.
No. But what I'm trying to convey the point that it's not that the people at the bottom are fine. It's the people at the top that need to be. I don't want to say that something needs to happen, but something needs to be corrected so that their behavior does not endanger the rest of us. Because that's ultimately what it is. If somebody is driving the car, steering the ship, whatever metaphor you want to use for it, if they are moving the system in a way that causes more harm than good, why do we keep them? They should be removed.
We're still too big.
They should be
close.
Changed out with somebody else.
Because this is the flaw you've got in your thinking, right? You think the people at the bottom are fine. They ain't. They're born into a society where they learn ultimately the same values that the people at the top have. Like the people at the top aren't all born into it. Some just rise to it, right?
But see, that's the point that I'm getting at. That's the exact point that I'm getting at. The people that are going into the top need to be more for the people at the bottom, so that way that idea, that sense of being to help the person next to you.
Do we have any smaller mechs that we can make this work?
Yeah, and not just cause them more pain. Do I need to get in
something smaller too? Probably. We need to all get in smaller.
I think you're going to need to. Yeah. That thought process trickles down, and then the people below start to pick that up.
It doesn't trickle down, dude. Like it's within us. Everyone has an ego.
Okay,
if I
but
gave
it's
you
nature
a
versus
position
nurture.
of power, Valen, if I gave you a position of power, right, you might think of yourself as someone who could do the right thing and would intend to do the right thing. But ultimately, something will happen, or you'll be influenced by something or someone or an event where you won't do the right thing, because that's the nature of power. Like you can't, and certainly trying to please everyone, that's an impossible task. And I think that's one of the problems with like larger countries like, say, America, where you guys have like distinctly different states, and it's almost like you've got distinctly different cultures within your country. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but being a president of your country, it's an impossible task.
Actually, Drax, it wasn't.
We need to pull something. Hold on. We need to pull something out of cold storage and get
10
it
years.
set up.
Sorry?
That wasn't a problem until the last 10 or so years. It's like all my adult life.
Nixon? You don't think like?
Oh, there was a lot of political.
Hold on. I need to put a pause on this really fast. Dark, can you pull something out of cold storage so I can get it set up real fast?
Yeah.
Because we just have way too much weight.
Yeah. What do we need?
Do you got the hunchy?
There's a vulture.
5 tons too.
I wouldn't mind being a hunchy.
Yeah, pull out the hunchy. I'll take the hunchy. I think it's lighter than what I've got.
And there's a Jagger mech. I wouldn't mind taking that.
Yeah, I'll take the hunchy. That's fine. I'll get it set up because we're 15 tons over.
Yeah.
So I'll take care of this right now. Anyways,
Drax,
go ahead.
All of my adult life, up until the last up until Trump was elected, basically, people could talk about politics by and large, most people, civilly, and they could disagree, and they could get along, and they could be friends. And you could go to any state in America and feel a kinship and welcoming by any state in America, regardless of whatever unique, idiosyncrasies that they have. And largely that's still true. Jennifer just drove across country and they went through, 20 states in that process, probably, maybe not quite that many. And they had a great time with everybody they came in contact with. And so you probably get a picture of all this infighting between states from watching the media and the news, but that's not the American people, by and large. It's really
No. I'm not talking about the infighting between states. I'm talking about how there are these cultural distinctions with, like, the needs of, say, New Mexico isn't going to be appreciated by the needs of, say, New York.
Well,
Right,
right,
go ahead and kick it.
right. Of course not.
And I'm not suggesting you break down.
Should I get a different mech, or am I
think
flying
it's
this devilish because I'm not?
No. Just go
You
to
need-
mission
we're
and
200, okay.
advance time. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine now.
All right, go ahead, Drex.
I wanted to
Anyway,
try and keep you in the
I'm not. I think some of what we're talking about is arguing across purposes.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not here to convince you of my way of thinking. And you're really, nothing that's been said here today is unconvincing me of my way of thinking. I have a more pessimistic view about technology ultimately solving the real problems around
I
societies.
totally agree with
but
you
in terms
because
of
I don't.
alleviating some of the lifestyle stuff and some of perhaps the dangers we face. Yeah, sure, and I hope it does.
I think I
but
agree with
I
that.
don't think that's going to matter ultimately.
I agree with that generally.
Well, and it's not a matter of trying to change your mind either. I mean, I'm just trying to let you understand what my thought process is and how I view it, as opposed to how you view it, to give you a better understanding of what I'm seeing in my head.
Sure.
Oh god, this Hunchy is so fast. I have to. Oh, Jesus.
So,
Okay.
Drax, my question from what you've said is this. What do you feel is the correct and safe and best number for a person to be allowed to live?
Oh, I don't know.
But you think 200 is too high. 400 obviously would be out of the question. 100 sounds too high, probably too. Like, what if it was 135?
I ultimately don't think it matters. The number itself doesn't matter if we're not about solving some of the real issues.
Okay,
that
so
we face.
in
Like,
principle, you're not against
the fact-
people
the
living
fact that-
longer. You're against the problems that we already have not being helped at all by that, and maybe being
Oh,
made
I'm
worse.
against. I'm against it at the moment because I don't see how I think it'll exacerbate the problems we've already got. Because I don't see how you're just allowing people with a lot more money and power to stay alive a lot longer in systems that already exist that have been around for quite some time. And I don't see how giving people longer lives. I mean, I'm fine if I'm wrong. Like, if it happens to happen and the world changes because of it, then great. I'm wrong, and thank God.
Yeah, if like in America, there's talk by a lot of people of hopefully getting term limits for Congress and positions of more power.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have term limits to Congress. Like, again, this is about, you guys are talking about how the car doesn't work when you don't even have the proper roads. You don't even have proper roads. I don't care if Republicans or Democrats get in, because they're ultimately subject to the same things that are corrupting forces anyway. And in fact, if you limit the term limits, all you're going to get is people who are going to be more out for themselves. So one of the problems you have in Australia is we've got better term limits than you, okay? But we've evolved, our democracy has evolved to the point where that means that people just are hungrier to get in and make what they can for themselves before they know they're going to get caught out and be booted out.
That's
term
really
limits,
sad. But we have the same problem here.
It is.
I'm not saying that that's unique. I'm just saying it's really sad.
That's right. So we, like in New South Wales, which is one of the largest states, we've got clearly corrupt politicians under the Liberal Party, right? Which is kind of like the Republicans, but they're not the same, and they shouldn't be compared like that. And nothing happened to these individuals. They were caught out. The narrative that got told deflected some of the blame that they should have really been forced to admit, and nothing's going to happen to them. And these people are on 4-year terms.
So they're not even going to
get. They can get re-elected a couple of times. No, they quit, and because they quit, they're no longer in the public eye, which means they're no longer going to get the same level of embarrassment and the same pressure to actually deal with them as criminals. And okay, they had shorter term limits. All it does is, when you have a corrupted system, shorter term limits just means those individuals who are opting to be corrupted have to go harder and faster to make sure they get more for themselves before they get booted out.
But
so
does it limit?
Who cares that the car doesn't have an engine when you don't have any bloody roads in the first
Well,
place.
doesn't it limit the damage they can do to somewhat?
No, because it means they have to go harder, faster.
But again,
So
that's
I'm
why I
going
was
to take
mentioning-
bigger bribes on worse laws, on people who want to pay me a lot more money for worse
And then
laws,
cut and run.
so that I get my own before. Because I've only got 3 years.
Right.
I don't have the 60 years to do kind of mild damage
Right.
over that 60 years. I've got to get in there and make as much money as I can before I get booted out. So again, I'm probably far more pessimistic than Valen and you on this sort of stuff. But I live in a Western democracy that has those short-term limits, and that's what's evolved into. Because the system itself, having money in politics, is not good.
Well, agreed. And having career politicians I don't think is good. I think originally, we had politicians that were just from the regular people that would come and serve, and then they'd go back to their job and their farm and their whatever they did. And so they had a connection with reality and regular people. They knew they weren't going to be there for a long time, and they were morally probably tethered a little bit better, right? And we're totally away from that now.
Like New Zealand, if you look at somewhere like New Zealand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Frank, I mean, if you want to speak up, they've got I think they've still got a popular prime minister. I don't know how she's really regarded now, but for the longest time she was regarded as a fairly good and making some damn good decisions for her country. And if she, and there was a time where if she was re-elected, it'd be a bloody good thing, because when you consider what was in the opposition, it wasn't looking so pretty. So if you have the right individual, then longer term limits may work out well. But ultimately, you guys are sort of indicating that you can't bank on that.
Right? No, you can't
bank on that.
Which is why I had mentioned before about having the individuals that are going to be in those positions of power and office have a better mentality of wanting to help the people and not help themselves. It's a two-part thing to go, and it's one thing to change them to say term limits, okay, but yes, they're going to go harder, faster, because they want to get in and out and get theirs. Understandable.
Well, how do you do that?
But if you choose better people, you make sure that the people, and as soon as you put in.
How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you
because
make
it's a
sure?
job, right? It's a job, right? It's a job, right?
How do you make sure?
No. I am asking a question.
Oh, this
it's
is
a job,
a bad
right?
guy.
Sure.
Okay. So if it's a job, there's a contract, there's a clause in it, and you can fire somebody for the wrong way of how to do things. If you violate the contract, you get fired. Just like every other job. If these people want to treat it like a career, then let's treat them like employees. They do wrong, they get kicked out.
How aren't they already like that? How isn't
because it's not put into the system. It's less of a they go. It's more of a, well, we have to kind of vote, and they have their friends in there that allow them to stay because they don't either allow the vote or they make it so convoluted to have the vote that it never happened.
So I'm a little bit confused here by what you're talking about. Of course, it would be great if we always had the best people in there. Absolutely, I agree with that. But you can't bank on that. Okay, I'm trying to qualify with you. Well, how do you guarantee that? And so far, I don't see how what you're saying is any different to what you have right now. There are term limits. People get elected or unelected based on what the people around them thought they did about their jobs. So they're getting fired and hired, basically. So I'm obviously, because it's just, a politician's job is simply to get re-elected. After that, it doesn't really matter, okay, unless they want to, continue to get re-elected, supposedly. And what do they do? Well, and I was talking to, I think, helping that time where I think at that point you left. They essentially find out what's popular and what's going to win them the vote, and they gear their conversation towards that and create wedges between their electorates and make sure that they're on the right side of those wedges so that they get elected. I mean, that's essentially all politicians do is charm their population, and that doesn't guarantee anything. It doesn't guarantee a good politician or one good for their population at all. It hasn't so far. Like you do get some good politicians, well-intentioned, but they're in a system that they don't often get to execute everything they wanted to.
And that's understandable, and that's why it's a matter of trying to find the politicians that are good, the ones that really want to do good and care about the people, and making sure that they get the spot in the seat and not somebody who's worse. And that's why I'm saying you have to find the good people that are wanting
And how do you
to
do that?
it.
And how do you do that? That's what I'm saying.
It's trial
Nothing
and
you've
error.
said-
Give
no-
them a test.
and-
Give them.
that-
See, here's the thing, though. You don't
that's
have a
what's happening
solution
right
for it
now.
either, other than basically shoving everybody in a box and saying "fuck off." Right?
I'm not having, but I'm not the one forwarding anything. Like I don't know, dude. I'm not the one in this conversation that we're having who's forwarding anything at all. In that you're right, you are, and I'm trying to qualify what you're trying to say. And so far, I haven't heard anything from you that says, "Well, this is how you do it." Because I tell you what, ultimately, everyone would like that. Everyone wants the best leaders that are going to help lead their societies to better things. But no system has worked that out. No system has worked.
Here's the fun for it. I'm not the smartest person in the world.
Sure.
I can come up with a basic idea, and then somebody else can fill in the blanks because I'm not that smart. I can give you a basic framework for something, and then somebody smarter than me can fill it in. Yes, I understand. I'm not filling in every little detail, check mark, dotted I, period, colon, comma, and whatever else. Okay, understandably. But the point is, getting the idea out there to give somebody else the framework to run with it to make it actually work and benefit people. If the idea doesn't get put out, then the idea doesn't happen.
It's not a new idea, and I
understand it's not a new idea, but somebody may be able to hear it who hasn't heard it before because they either weren't alive when it was around or just haven't heard it yet.
So
the world is a vast and big place.
My question,
right?
my question is, what again is the idea other than we need the best people? Like, how is there any idea on how to get those people? Because I think we all agree with that. How do we qualify or disqualify some of the worst people? I'd be happy with just not having the worst people.
I mean, the only way that I could think of to qualify or disqualify people would be really a character test. And that's unfortunately a severely subjective idea. Because, again, if you know what the test is, you can lie on it.
Should I get a Highlander hero?
Sure. Highlander. Any hero mech you should get except for the Obi.
Oh, okay.
And you want the Obi with the heat.
Oh, it's not a hero.
I mean, most heroes are
not a hero. It's just a big Highlander.
No, I don't like it.
Okay. We're gonna move along. So I'm unclear about what the proposal is that would get us towards that.
Yeah, and Kakai has a comment of, if you use your good morals as a guide, you'll find or recognize good politicians when you see it. I do agree with that. I think you would.
Well, but we sometimes...
Really?
I don't think we do. Here, Drax, I'll take this one. So...
Yeah, I'll shut up.
As a pastor, I don't have to look very far underneath very many rocks to find a Jerry Falwell pastor, right? Who's looks like he's got all the right moral character questions answered, checked off, and yet he's running around sleeping with women and prostitutes and stealing money and everything else, right? So it's pretty easy to put up the show and not walk the walk. And certainly if you can do it in high leadership positions within a church organization, you can certainly do it in leadership positions of politics, like Bill Clinton, who, as far as we know, is a rapist of minors, and on and on and on. So there's no... I don't think we have a test. We can make the test, but people are good at faking it, and it's really hard to weed those out. That's Drax's probably, issue is that how do you find that? How do you really qualify that? And I don't think that putting together, you and I and Drax, we could sit down and we could make a great test of what we think character should be. But first we'll find that some people won't agree with all of our test points. They'll say, well, I don't think that matters. And others will say, well, that's even wrong. And then others will say, that we can agree on at least a subset of some, but there's no way to really track whether or not an individual really believes in those things, or more importantly, if they believe in them, once they're in a position of power and there's pressure and there's opportunity and there's desire, and they don't hold to them, they cave. Right.
And Dark, it gets worse. Valen and Dark, it gets worse, because just about every decade, things shift. Like opinions in a major way shift. So, for example, I'll give you an example. You only have to look at homosexuality as one of the more recent examples of it, right? So there was a time when homosexuality was frowned on. In fact, if you were homosexual, it's most likely, you know...
part 2, Dark.
What's that? Yeah, I think...
And
I
so
think
now it's far more
I think I have to quit
a
tonight,
lot more...
But keep going. Keep talking. I just can't think I can drop.
So I'm just saying that these, even if you did come up with a list, within a decade,
it would be modified.
You know, you'd want to be changing things. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing.
I don't want to blunt your enthusiasm and your good intentions.
No, but Dark just proved Kakai right.
We're leaving game, aren't we?
I'm saving game. Yeah, you can leave game.
He's saving right now. But Dark just proved Kakai's theory actually right, without even meaning to. Because Kakai is, if you use your good morals as a guide, then you'll find or recognize good politicians when you see them. And Dark just said that with a little bit of research, and I'm assuming using his knowledge from over the years, that he can find these people that are not good, right?
No, I can't.
Sometimes time sometimes allows that, but a lot of the times it's a bit too late. A lot of the times you find out 5 or 10 years later.
I feel like I'm an excellent judge of character, and I've borne that out over decades, but I still can't always tell. I can if I sit down with a couple and do premarital counseling, I can tell you I've been 100% accurate on which couples will be happily and successfully married, and which ones will not last for more than a year, or usually it's less than a year. And I can tell by just having a couple sessions with them. I know how that's going to work out. And I've known pastors that are they're great people, and yet they end up having an affair with their youth kid because they're a youth pastor, and they allowed this. And you never would expect that, but there it is.
How many politicians praise God while okaying dropping bombs on children in the other parts of the world? Like, I mean, you only have to look at how many of your politicians in America praise God because they know if they tick that box, you know, if they don't tick that box, it's dangerous. But if they tick that box, they're on safe ground, and they may not even have the morality, like none of that, but they'll be quite happy to drop bombs on babies around the planet. Like, just
It's hard to tell.
Wish we had a way. I do wish we had a way, Valen. I really do, because it's not a bad intention. It's a good intention if we had the right people governing us. But right now, none of our systems, and certainly the way they're being corrupted, none of our systems really, I don't know, it doesn't bear fruit, let's put it that way. And the fruit that's there that might be good, they're quickly outvoted and outvoiced by those that have been, you know, because I've met plenty of good politicians in my time, well-intentioned politicians in my time, but they're still operating within a party system, and they're still operating in a system that's open to lobby groups and all the rest of it.
And they're forced to make compromises that they would not want to make in order to get anything done. And that's okay. And it's not like we're going to all agree on what politician we really want representing us, because they have such drastic views than, you know, the people that they're not representing. So it's going to be a messy thing.
You only have to look at...
I totally agree with...
You only have to look at...
Go ahead.
This discussion, right? You know, we're all good people. I don't dislike any of you. And yet we have these discussions that sometimes are kind of not heated, but, you know, they're definitely passionate, where I'm seemingly on the wrong side and you guys are on the right side. You know, someone breaks into your house, puts a gun to your friend's head and says, has this jar of mayonnaise? And I'm thinking,
but remember, we're talking mayonnaise, so that's, I mean, you're already heavily biased against mayonnaise, and I just didn't know that, or I would have picked a different substance in a jar.
If you said strawberry jam, you might have had a chance, or even
pickles, even maybe. Yeah. But so Valen, I totally agree with what you're saying, is that we do need, and I think Drax agrees with this too, we do need better people. But the way we go about picking them certainly could change. I'm not saying that we don't vote for them, but the way we vet them before they can even be voted on certainly could. There's things that maybe could be done there. But are we willing to submit that vetting to bipartisan panels? I would, but would everybody? Probably not.
Yeah.
So it's a messy thing, and I don't think it's perfect. However, where I disagree with Drax, I think, is that I don't throw up and maybe you don't either, Drax. Maybe I'm not, representing what you think based on what you've said. I don't have such a pessimistic view of just throwing up my hands and saying there's no answers, no hope, it's not going to work, and we don't want to let people live any longer than they already do because it's bad enough already. I don't think that's really positively getting us anywhere or will get us anywhere. I kind of want to hold out hope that as long as we're striving and pushing towards better, that's better than giving up. Maybe it's not, but I think it's better than just giving up. And I don't know that you're giving up.
Okay.
Right? It just sounds...
Well, I'm still breathing.
Well, right. Well, yeah, you said you like life, and you do occasionally partake of mayonnaise, so there's that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much. I'm going to disappear. It was a lovely chat, and it was nice. It was nice playing.
Yeah, great. Thanks for the drops, you guys, Valen and Drax, and Frank and Mittens, gone. But thank you, sir. Kakai. So wait, now you got all these comments. I'll go ahead and chat with the chat here for a second and comment. There's all this stuff running through here. All right, bye. Yep. I believe that. Okay, so. It's just ASMR now. But if you use your good morals as a guide, then you'll find and recognize good politicians. Yeah, I've seen too many good politicians. Not that they didn't start out good, but over time they ended up not. It's an eroding environment, and it eats away at your soul, I think, and your convictions and your morality. Partly because you're trying to compromise for good, and partly because the temptations, the more power you have, the higher those temptations are in pretty much every aspect of your life. Sexual and power and money and greed, and it just goes crazy. So I don't think that we are well suited to handle that kind of power. So limiting that power is a good thing, and having checks and balances is a good thing. And we tend to not do checks and balances well at all. So 733 does not have DHS. That was a mech. You can look at experience or track record. Yeah, you can, and that's helpful if they really have a good experience track record. Same thing with pastors and stuff. Absolutely. But then when they get into that position with all that much power and the deals they have to make, those open the door. They crack things open to make the other deals, and then the deals that nobody notices, then the deals that nobody knows about, and then the secret deals. And it just kind of worms its way into your life. Mittens just muted us all. Thanks, Mittens. Appreciate that. What % of pastors who have been widely televised presence are not dodgy? Well, I don't know. And having known lots and lots of pastors, hundreds of pastors, most of them are well-intended and don't cheat on their wives and don't steal from the church and don't, have affairs and stuff. But there's a good chunk that it's not that that's what they ever intended, but they end up there. And I'd say that's 10% maybe. And, they do counseling with some woman, and the door's closed and not open, and the secretary's not in the other room, and they build this bond, and they start to like each other in inappropriate ways, and suddenly they're in a relationship. That was never the intent, and they didn't put up the protections to protect themselves, their heart, the other person's heart. They didn't have the accountability, and they didn't have the safeguards put in place, and they ended up where they never would have wanted to go. And I think that's true for politicians also. A lot of them get into it, and they think, I want to change the world for better, and I'm going to give my all, and I'm going to serve my country, my community, my people around me, and hopefully make the world a better place. And that's great. But they get into those situations without the proper safeguards, and without the proper people around them to help protect them, and having the humility to submit yourself to other people when you're in a position of power is an extremely rare thing. I've only known a couple pastors that are able to do that at big churches. But the ones that are super effective and super reliable. And I know a guy who does a lot of broadcasting of his sermons and on radio, and I don't know if he does much on TV. It's on radio, but he's pretty popular and pretty well known in our area. Not a global impact, but certainly a national impact. And he is straight up great guy. And I've known him for 40 years, and he's always been a great guy. So it's possible, right? But it's not easy, and it gets harder the higher up you climb. When you're casting stones, it's easier to find them, especially if they cast stones at you. Yeah. All this needs for evil to thrive, good people to do nothing. Yeah, I totally agree, Kakai. I don't think that Drax was saying that at all, though, either. These guys common virtue of signaling public places. Yeah, that's true, Xenos. But God has destroyed the world at least once in human history. Destroy evil. I still love him. Okay. Well, wait. He's not going to do it again. I don't think we want that. To find good person, I like you all, but I don't think anyone's perfect. Yeah, none of us are perfect. So, yeah, what is a good person? I mean, I could give you my definition. But it's not going to be probably everybody else's, and all on a spiritual path, whether you realize it or not. That being the case, we're all at different levels. Yeah. It is correct to struggle forward. Yeah, I think so. Know yourself and you know others. Correct. So spiritual discipline is needed. Deals aren't necessarily immoral or evil. Even secret deals may not always constitute evil. That's true. Yeah, I agree with that. First measure yourself honestly, then measure others. If you don't know, that's okay. Give the benefit of the doubt. No one's perfect. Yep, that's true. Hellbringer. Do you like yourself? Some nights. That's great. So there you go. That is my hot take on the chat frenzy. And I'm sure I could talk about some of this stuff for hours, but it's sometimes interesting just to listen to other people go back and forth also. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching and hanging out and entering in, and we'll see you guys next time. This has been Ghostlands. Oh, I got to find the button to push the thing to make the stuff go. Here it is, somewhere in here, right here. Bye. It did the wrong one. It's all right. I got another one. I love this thing. You push the button and you never know what you're going to get. It's kind of like a slot machine.
It's like a roulette.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of like picking a politician, really. You push one that's got a nice smiley face and a good reputation, and by golly. See, that was what should have happened there.
All right, Derek.
Good night, you guys.
You have a good night.
I went the wrong way. There's so many buttons now. I have so many buttons. There's a cat. Good night, cat.